Hello and welcome to another Candlekeep session. Charmed persons. Uh, we need a jingle. I'm just gonna say that right now. Evan, if
Ah,
you're watching,
oh.
oh, I only say Evan because he made the rhyme for me. The one Candlekeep.
Now they both have to do it, Matt and Evan.
Okay, yeah. Now it's a collaboration.
Candlekeep,
Collab.
hell yeah.
Just work on
Perfect.
it. Just
Great.
work on it. Work on
Just,
it.
we'll just clip that and we'll just use that.
Never go with your
Um.
first attempt. You really
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
But yeah, hello and welcome back to Can't Keep. We're gonna jump right in with a recap because hopefully we have a lot of exciting things to get to tonight. So, our last session, after a couple months of either laying low or traveling or just going by your normal business or begging for your god's uh, forgiveness on what you had just done. The party finds themselves eventually at the critical moment of this session, starting specifically with Opal. On your way back from Candlekeep, a raven delivered you a very odd looking book, and within that book, there was seemingly a treasure map. That was a little cryptic and you couldn't quite understand it, so you decided to get the party back together, see who could understand it, and maybe plan another little adventure together. You first found Ezra and Ryvar at the top of what was it called? Dust Hawk Hill, doing their usual training sessions. And neither of them could really make heads or tails of the map, but Ryvar did say he may know someone that could. So, knowing that Thane was out of town currently, you went to look for Mr. Thomas, who you found still on his hunger strike, but seemingly also just fine being on a hunger strike for several weeks. You persuade him to forget his hunger strike and end it so he can accompany you on this adventure. And before you head out of town, you visit Ryvar's mentor, Tierson. And he is able to tell you all that the location that is the start of this map, called Witchway, was an old town just outside of Baldur's Gate, now abandoned under the circumstances of the townspeople were run out of town by some creature attacks, and no one really knows what exactly happened there. But likely, if you followed the stream that went through Baldur's Gate and continued following it east, you'd probably eventually find a stream that headed south and maybe eventually get yourselves to Witchway. Along the way, it was rather uneventful, at least combat wise. You did find yourselves rescuing a couple of drowning and drunk individuals that were canoeing down the river you were walking across. You commandeered their canoe, but really just left it on the side of the river. Oop, didn't loop my music. There we go. Um, Before continuing and fighting some crabs on the side of the river, finding the stream that headed south, finding Witchway, which had some hogs in it, but otherwise was uneventful. Continuing then along the map route to eventually find your way at a covered bridge, which was kind of your stopping point for the end of day that you really wanted to get through so you wouldn't spend the night in the forest. Once you arrived at this bridge, you saw two elf siblings that were looking for their lost necklace. Also, thankfully, were able to help them and send them on their way before making camp along the river bank, just past the other side of, just going across the bridge on the other side of the river to continue down the road the next day. We're going to pause there for a second and jump over to Thane. While this was happening, a couple days before, you also headed out east of Baldur's Gate, but more north into the plains for some away from the city stargazing and likely star mapping as well. Um, Probably traveled for a little bit longer than this party traveled along the river before deciding to head back. So you headed south and decided to walk along the river bank on the north side of it, heading back to Baldur's Gate. Along the way, you see two human men named Chet and Brad, and they are very friendly, so they engage you in conversation, and you learn that they were recently rescued by a rather unique group of individuals just a day or so down the river, and were headed in the same direction they are just behind. You decided that in order to catch them, you would continue heading west along the river and look for that southern stream that branched off. You were able to do so, cross the river without too much difficulty, and started heading south along the river, basically taking a parallel but slightly quicker path following the river than those that headed a little west and then back the way along the map route. You barely managed to avoid getting swept away by the flood that did occur along that river, but were a little bit more agile and could easily jump to safety as the river overflowed and did flood a little bit on your journey there. Knowing that you were getting close and expecting you were probably catching up, you decided to head a little bit into the night and try to catch up with them as the river started to turn more westward. You came across two elf siblings that they also came across who told you just maybe an hour or so down the way, maybe even less. They came across your friends and you could likely more easily catch up with them. Uh, Continuing along the way, we'll say actually it wasn't an hour. It was quite the distance as they were also traveling through the night. But again, you were determined now to catch up to them and not let them still be a day and a day and a day ahead of you. So you continued forward. Where we'll leave off with you is as you were walking along the bank, just in the distance, you started to see the ember glow of a not roaring campfire, but a campfire nonetheless, and hoped that this was your party well in the distance and quickened your pace to try to catch up. Back to the rest of you, um, excuse me. And one thing I didn't do also with some lore drops last session was obviously, since you guys were traveling and you had this book that the Raven left you, you would have read it and thus known what the book was about. So, before we jump into the night we left off, I'm going to share with you guys, because I'm sure Opal would have read it and also shared it with everyone as she did so.
I probably would have been like walking and reading and just like sort of babbling about everything that I was reading as I was reading.
Perfect. So first, you know that the Book of the Raven is a journal by an unnamed author that is female, likely a little on the younger side. Um, and it is her first account of traveling and breaking her leg and being taken in by some Vistani travelers. For some of you, that might be a familiar name, but not super, super familiar. But throughout this book, you learn a lot about what their culture and also this girl's adventures with them. She travels with them with a broken leg for a while, learning about the Vistani culture as well as they mend her leg, help her to get back on her feet, quite literally. Two are named. You know of Drasha, the teenage girl who helped her heal, and Darzin, a one-armed boy who was afraid of woods but had a beautiful singing, afraid of wolves but had a beautiful singing voice. The main kind of climax of the story actually comes at the end, where she's just kind of starting to walk with crutches, and they come across this large castle at the very end of the book. And she writes about how there's a thick mist and thick forest and everything kind of off vibes, I guess, of this castle as she comes across it. And at the very end of the journal, actually mid-sentence, it stops. And from that, you can kind of guess that this journal was taken out of her hands and she was not able to complete the sentence she was currently writing.
Neat.
Interesting information you now know about the Vistani is their planner travelers. So specifically, they travel to the Shadowfell, which is not the best place, but this culture actually, surprisingly so, is very uplifting and kind and generous, and being frequent travelers to the Shadowfell don't seem to be affected by it. So they are usually very wealthy, but love to share that wealth. They settle disputes with song and dance and revelry instead of combat or harsh disputes. They are usually run by the oldest of the family, and They have the power, which was supposedly given to them by something called the Dark Powers, to travel to and from the Shadowfell almost at will. The last bit of information that, for all of you, sticks with you is that this culture believes ravens carry lost souls within them, and it is actually terrible bad luck in this culture to kill a raven because you are now condemning that soul to continue to be lost instead of helping it. So that is what you gained from actually reading the Book of the Raven. And no, that was a lot. So if you ever want to reference it, that's where I kind of wrote it down. And you have it in Roll20 now. But that's the gist of what you got. And I will say, nothing from the book seems familiar to you. It's kind of vague descriptions of traveling through thick forest, fogs, campfires, hearing the songs of the Vistani. Nothing really sparks anything of recollection to you as you read it. Close these so I can see. All right, and now going back to that evening when you all are camping down for the night. You did 3 watches. No one really had the best of perception rolls, but we went through our first watch with Ezra, I believe, uneventful. Our second watch with Ryvar, uneventful. But on our third watch, as you, Mr. Thomas, we'll go ahead and pull up some visuals.
Why is there a map?
Just so you can visualize where you are along the river. Excuse me. So as you all are sleeping, Opal, as always, the farthest away from the river itself. And you feel free, hopefully you can move them despite me already dropping them down. That you are all around now more embers of a campfire, and Mr. Thomas, you are on your final watch. As you I envision how Mr. Thomas takes his watches very seriously and very patrol-like. So you walk in a cube or a circle around the group to ensure all matters of the perimeter is checked. And as you walk by the riverbank over here to the north, you think you see something kind of move in the mud, but it's a little dark. It's a little, maybe it's just the water or a air bubble coming out. Don't really think anything of it. So you continue your walk around, and on your second loop around towards the mud, this time you can actually see forms pulling themselves out of the mud, and almost a human-like head appearing out of the mud, and arms appearing out of the mud, still caked in mud and dripping, and almost amorphous-like, as these 2 creatures, which showed you a different photo, but I made one because I wanted to make a better one. Emerge out of the mud towards you, Mr. Thomas, and I would like everyone, including Thane, to roll initiative.
Oh my gosh.
Mud Hulk, I love that.
Ooh.
Maybe it just fell down.
Someone in the mud.
JMO, just so you know, I can't move my token or do my turn order.
Yeah,
I
I can't
can't
either.
move my token.
I saw Ryvar move.
Yeah, I can
do
move.
my
I can move
tower.
mine.
Can you guys bring in a token onto this map?
Yeah, no problem. There we go.
Tonight.
No.
Andrew, you said you cannot. Why does this literally always happen?
It's the only downside. Well, it's not the only, but it's one of the biggest downsides.
Yeah.
Is the fact that it seems completely random.
It seems like it's
You
letting
do it
me
from the
drag
name
it out,
or
but then it's
the-
not there.
Mine
From the
just
name,
keeps.
yeah.
It's from the name.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm.
Mine's like letting me drag it, but then it's almost like I'm dropping it on another layer or something. Because I can't see it.
You can't see it? I can see them as you drop them.
You can see them? Are there a bunch of me out right now?
Yeah, there was 3 and I just deleted
They're
some.
on
Oh.
top of each other.
I can't. What?
Maybe just try refreshing the Roll20.
The permissions for the tokens is per token basis. So I always copy tokens from other pages, and that usually keeps the permissions.
Oh, interesting.
Because I think if you drag it from the library, it just resets the permissions each time.
The permission should always be that it can be controlled by that person, right?
Well, I don't know.
I see a Thane. Great.
I added my token, but I think my turn order needs to be added.
Okay, so you can see yourself at least now?
Yes, I can.
Great.
There's just
This
one of me now,
combat
right?
brought to you by HelloFresh.
I laughed too hard at that. You didn't deserve it.
Wow.
Wait, I'd take
You
it
didn't,
back.
you didn't have to say that. You could have just said nothing, and it would have been fine.
I love you.
Yep.
Yeah. Sure know how to sew it. Show it, Zach.
Sew it.
Eric and I are breaking up. I'm on air.
I hid your token, Eric, so don't freak out that Thane disappeared.
Where'd they go?
I am looking at HelloFresh right now.
Oh, maybe we are
And it
sponsored.
does.
HelloFresh, let us know.
HelloFresh, do you want to sponsor us? Like a bunch of us use your shit.
It'd be surprisingly cheap.
Honestly.
I mean, we're doing it right now.
Just send 10
Angie,
bucks back every
what
month.
did Ezra get for initiative?
Oh, I can do it now. Oh no. Ah.
Cool. All right. Well, Ryvar and Thane, you both got 22. Whose dex is higher?
14.
6, 18.
Okay, so Ryvar is first. So Ryvar, first up, they don't get a surprise round on you because their action is basically emerging from the mud itself and kind of forming.
Okay.
So thankfully they don't get the jump on you as you're sleeping, but you are just woken up. My guess is by Thomas, because he would have said something, you would have heard something.
Yeah.
Your even passive perception sleeping, I'm assuming, is enough to know something is afoot.
Yeah.
But you have been sleeping. I assume while you're traveling, you sleep mostly in your armor unless it's super uncomfortable, so we won't say that you're
I
like
don't even wear armor.
naked or anything by any means.
Yeah.
But you are prone.
Yes. So I will picking up. What's going on? I will. Going to kind of like struggle to my feet. Oh, here we go. And then 5, 6, 15, 20, which is half of my my speed is 40, so I take 20 but up and then move 20. And then I'm just gonna kind of like slide next to this Mudhawk to the left, and then take a big inhale and release out my fire breath in a straight line towards both of them. They need to make dexterity saving.
Cool. Before you get to that point, as you stand up and start to move, you notice that as these creatures have been making themselves known and pulling mud up with them, that mud has now slicked out in a 15-foot radius around them, and now 15 foot around them is difficult terrain.
Okay, gotcha. So I think I can
So
still
does
get there
that-
with my movement if I was here, right? Oh wait, no, I was here. So that's 5.
Yeah, so you were there, so you start in it.
So, I start in it.
Right. Yeah, because I added, hopefully you guys can see that, they're
No.
15 feet of ooze
I
grossness.
We cannot see that.
Oh.
Make sure that when you created that, you were on the token layer. Or map
It
layer.
was. It's a token aura.
What am I
Well.
supposed to do?
But okay, so 15 feet around. Okay, so Then no, so I can't do that. Fuck. Okay, so sorry, I didn't know that. So 20
good.
feet, stand up, and then 5, 10. Yeah, fuck it. I'll use a key point to dash. Step of the wind.
Okay.
Get there anyway.
Okay, great. I'm just making
there it
these.
So they need to make a dexterity save.
Okay, un momento. You come here. All right, so there's both of their little 15 foot of difficult terrain.
Perfect, thank you.
Let me double check. Yep, okay. Dex save. One is
Some
an
weird Venn
18
diagram.
and one is a
Thomas
13.
is
Damn. They both save.
Okay.
They each take 7 halved to 3 points of health.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay. And I will say you notice that they don't seem to take any less damage than you would expect.
Well, at least there's
All right, you use your breath weapon and blow a cone of fire. Or is it a cone or a line?
for brass dragons, it's a line.
Okay, a line of fire towards both of these creatures, noticing some of the mud cake and crack and almost chip off of their skin as it does so. But these big boys are still standing. All right, Thane,
White.
what is your passive perception?
pretty good. 16.
Okay. We'll say even with a 16, because you were far enough away, your first turn will be spent using your action and dash and everything movement to get right there at the edge of the screen. So that is your movement and action to dash if you so choose. Otherwise, you'll be another like 30 foot. So you're still a decent ways away, but you're able to at least join the battle soon.
Okay, perfect.
All
I
right.
could use jumping.
Over here.
That would use,
We'll
Oh yeah, that's true. If
no, yeah,
that would be
we'll
like your
do
basic 60 or 50, I forget with. But if you have a bonus, you can jump
Nope,
a little
I'm good.
farther if you want. Okay. Then, Mr. Thomas, you are up.
All right. Gonna trudge through the mud to right in front of this guy
Cool.
and attack him with my two-handed longsword.
Okay.
Isn't being a paladin so nice? I swing my weapon at him.
Yep. 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
I
Just
smite.
just one little divine
I
smite.
Just a little.
Oof. Wow. 5 slashing and 15 radiant.
Nice.
Come here, you. Oh, wrong one. Stop it. Oh my god, my mouse is tiny. Okay. 5 slashing and 15 radiant for a total of 20. Great. You carve a decent chunk into this mud creature, but you notice that it is strictly made of mud. So you are injuring it. It does seem to take the pain, but where you like carved a chunk out of its arm and shoulder, it just like kind of oozes back into its shape.
All right. That's my turn.
All right.
Uberwalk.
Ezra, you are up.
Boy. Oh boy. Okay. What are these little circles again?
Difficult terrain.
Oh.
As they emerge from the mud, they basically splattered mud around them, and it is now
Mhm.
difficult, sticky mud terrain.
Sticking my terrain. Okay. Well, luckily, I don't need to move closer. I am going to classic situation do a first level witch bolt at this one that Ryvar is messing with.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh man, that's a 12.
12 misses.
Angie's
Ah,
at the
yes.
session.
Can you also get me a wild magic roll?
Zach is in a mood today.
I honestly had a horrible day. And I'm
He's
really sorry.
feisty.
It is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, but
Now
our
we add 6 to the
at
next.
6.
Ooh.
Great.
Yeah.
Angie, I'm sorry.
yeah,
We were
so
making fun of it yesterday.
So Ezra, being like as scared as she's been of this forest for a reason that she cannot figure out, goes to do a witch bolt, and like I think probably Sir Thomas like tings on this guy and startles her, and she misses.
Perfect. All right, it is
I
I
now
go
did a
back
little
to
more
looking
than
at
ting.
HelloFresh.
It is now the Mud Hulk's turn. First, what you do notice during their turn is across the river, another one is
Yeah,
taking its turn to come out
woo!
of the mud, and across from the other side of the bridge,
God.
yet another is coming out of the mud.
I can't even hit
All right.
one.
I love TV.
Ah. All right. This one by Ryvar is going to send both of its fists kind of from both sides and try to slam into you.
Ah,
Ooh, that's a 21 to hit.
that'll hit.
All right.
The chanting and this music.
Are you a
Terrifying.
medium-sized creature?
Yes, ma'am.
That's interesting. I'm just gonna make up my own rule. Not really. I'm just gonna fudge this one because it doesn't make sense. Give me a strength saving throw, please.
That is a 15.
Okay, so you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you feel as his arms hit you from both sides, the mud almost continues to flow around you, and he starts to pull you into himself and like bear hug you into his body, but you are able to pull away as he does so. Okay, that is it for his turn. The one by Mr. Thomas is also going to attack you. That
Good
is
luck.
a 17 to hit.
Yep.
All right, same thing. Give me a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength saving throw. Pretty good at this. 17.
Nice.
Hey.
So the same thing happens to you. So you still take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as the arms smash into either side of you. But as the mud engulfs you and tries to pull you in to the core of the body, you're able to resist. All right, that is the mud people's turn. Opal, you're up.
I am going to just subtly take a step back away from the mud of the water. And then toss a guiding bolt at this guy.
Okay.
So, oh no, I rolled a nat one. Hold on. Can I do anything? Do I have anything?
You're not a halfling. Are
No.
you lucky?
I don't think I'm lucky. That's
Don't
what I was
think-
gonna see. I can't remember.
I don't think.
No,
Opal's-
I'm not lucky. I'm not lucky. Okay, so I get a natural one.
Okay.
Oh no.
I wish none of you ever played under, because I don't know if any of you would ever do this if it wasn't the fact that I did it to you.
It's so fun though.
I mean, it is a critical failure, so something bad has to happen.
Hey, I do it. I get it.
So go ahead and roll another attack.
Okay, now you get a natural 20.
17.
Does a 17 hit Ryvar?
Yeah. Just hits.
Okay.
Oh
Roll
no.
for
Ooh, the
damage.
next hit has advantage against Ryder.
It sure does.
14 points of radiant
I'm
damage.
unconscious.
Oh my god.
I'm down in the water.
Your cleric
What's
just
your
killed you.
total hit points?
23. I'm level 3.
I guess that's true.
And I guess it
Uh-oh.
doesn't matter, but if it wants to attack you again, it has advantage.
Well, it already does because he's unconscious, so.
Oh my god.
Hey, there's only 4 of them. Don't worry, everybody.
I think we're okay.
I
no.
sure hope you're okay. God, I need to lighten up on these encounters.
They're
Uh,
stacked. They're made stacked.
They'd be fine if I didn't hit one of my players.
Guys, Dane's here. Don't worry about it. Dane will take care of you.
All right, well. Opal, is there anything else? Okay,
Anybody
Ryvar,
else you
give
wanna
me a
kill?
death saving throw.
Damn it.
Failure.
What have I done? Okay.
Oh my god.
Thane, you are up. And with the
Did
light of the
somebody
guiding
say
bolt,
Thane?
you definitely know what just happened. Because Ryvar's body is glowing.
Oh, hey, it's Ryvan.
Very easy to see the blood pouring out of my back.
Where
the knife was
run
put.
forward.
Oh my god.
20, 25, 30.
Guess what? I'm not within 6.
No, you're not. I do have healing word. I can help though. I can help. I am going
I'll be the
to
judge of that.
cast. Okay. I'm going to cast Moonbeam on the one next to Ryvar.
Okay.
Oh, something there. So on their turn, they'll do whatever. I don't think I'm within 60 feet of anybody. So to get closer, I will do a rabbit hop, and I can jump 5 times my proficiency bonus as a bonus action. That's 10 feet. That doesn't seem very far. That doesn't seem super useful. I thought it'd
That
be more
doesn't
than
seem very
that.
That gets pretty far pretty quick, though.
I mean, shit looks bleak. I'll do it. So I'll jump another 10 feet.
It looked like you barely fucking moved.
It is what's
Oh my God,
funny
I'm
represented on the map.
I'm coming.
Well, this
Oh
guys,
my
God.
this encounter's all a dream. So. It's a dream that Fate's having.
5 times proficiency bonus. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Thomas, you're up.
Okay, I take a moment to look quizzically back at Opal.
Opal looks exactly how I look right now.
But I continue attacking this guy in front of me.
Okay.
12 to hit.
That misses.
Dear God. Okay, that's my turn.
I'm so glad that everybody's as good as me.
Okay. Ezra, you're up.
Jesus. Ryver just went down. Oh no.
Nothing you can do, babe. Defend yourself.
No, I'm not. I wish I was Rosie. Okay, I'm really upset. The dragon is very upset.
A dragon?
I wanna do this spell. But it's long, so hang on.
Also, as a
It
reminder,
takes
from
10 minutes to cast.
remember
No.
what the elf gave you, Ryvar, for finding the necklace.
Hmm.
I mean, I'm sure it's on you, but if
Um,
everyone else also remembers that, or needs a
Yeah,
reminder,
we'll take it off his dead body.
hint,
Yeah.
hint, it's a
Yeah.
health
What-
potion.
Okay, so has any of these guys been hit yet? No.
I hit mine.
Yes.
Thomas
Yeah.
hit, and it was.
I hit
It's a
both
decent
of
chunk
the-
out of, yeah.
And it didn't seem like they took any less damage from like fire or whatever.
Correct. So
Cool.
far, no slashing was less or fire was less.
So this one that is by Ryvar. I'm sorry, I have a confession. I've been looking at Hello Professional. I'm paying attention. Why is this one glowing?
He is Moonbeam.
Moonbeam is on him.
Okay, amazing. I'm gonna go
Wow.
for this one then, and
So
I
dying
am
over
not. I'm gonna get rid of HelloFresh, and I'm gonna hit this one with a Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Can't be that intelligent.
Just some
It's
dumb
not,
butt.
but I still got a 15.
God damn it!
It's a -3, and I rolled 18.
God damn it!
Roll your d20,
Okay.
Angie.
Well, fuck me, right? Like,
Please.
I hope you
I've
just-
tried.
Hope you just kill
Please
us all
let me
with your
kill
wild
Ryvar.
magic.
No, I didn't.
Now it's up to 7 though.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you see Ezra focus on this like she's gonna shit her pants, and then nothing happens.
And then she shits her pants.
And then she shits her pants. And
Yep.
that's not even wild magic. I'm gonna go back to looking at Hello Fresh.
All right.
Now,
It is
J-Mo,
now.
what would these mud hulks do?
Don't hold back, Jambo.
What would they do,
Well, one of
J-Mo?
them needs to roll for Moonbeam.
Yeah.
And my save is 14.
Okay. Start with that, and it's a what save, Dex? Con?
Constitution.
Constitution. Ooh.
If it's a shape changer, it does so with disadvantage.
Oh,
I don't know if it's a shape changer.
I mean,
Find out.
No,
is
it's-
amorphous?
No.
I feel like amorphous counts as shape.
Shape changer means specifically
No.
like a werewolf.
you can
or
change
a
your,
werewolf
like-
creature,
oh,
like
okay.
a
What if there's a horse under all that
changeling
mud?
or a-
Well, I'm sorry. I'm rolling too well. He got a 19.
God, J-Mo.
yes,
Still takes half.
yes.
Still takes half.
Okay.
So half of 11 is 5.
All right. Okay, we'll start with the ones across the way, since they went first last time as well. Okay.
they flee.
All right. So the one over here is gonna move. There. And
Fast. We're so dead.
Well,
he's
gonna
gonna
turn
pick up a
around.
big clump of mud
You genuinely should.
and throw it.
I didn't see. They weren't gonna know.
it didn't seem right.
There's no way
Yeah.
they saw me.
Gonna actually move all of his movement there so he can throw some mud. No, he doesn't want to leave his mud. I'm sorry. He's gonna probably go for Ryvar then.
Yes.
Oh no, he can throw something at any of you actually now. So he's gonna throw at Opal. So Opal, I need you to make a Dex save.
I'm rolling real bad tonight. That's a 6.
Okay. Okay. So you take 6 bludgeoning damage as he hurls a mud clod at you.
Ew.
The one across the way is gonna throw a mud at Mr. Thomas, but that also then hits his friend, but they're dumb.
Dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
16.
All right, you save, so you take half damage. So that's another 6 damage. have to 3 for the
Okay.
both of you. And then we'll stay on you, Mr. Thomas, and have the one in front of you attack with his slam.
Yep.
That's a nat 20.
You
Nice.
can lie.
Okay.
You can lie.
You know what?
I do.
It might be a
can.
dream. We're gonna find out.
Don't lie.
Did we
Is that
save
20?
before we started?
Yeah, let's save scum.
This is definitely
Okay,
a
so
check.
that's 12. Okay, so that is
Say it.
27 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god. That was 2 away from killing me outright. I am unconscious.
Oh god, I used my stupid rule, and so it was a d12, and then I rolled a 12, so...
That rule is stupid
Yeah.
when it's used against us.
Alright,
Do it. Do
Get
it.
back to me.
I'm
Do
looking
it.
at this too.
Uh-oh,
So,
is this our TPK?
so if you're unconscious, you automatically fail strength saving throws, yes?
Are you talking to me?
No, Mr. Thomas.
Oh. Yeah, for
I
sure.
would assume so. I am
I-
pretty strong even when I'm unconscious, though.
Okay,
He's
so
just like too big.
as you can't resist, he slams into you, knocks you unconscious, and pulls you in. And you all see this mud creature just engulf Mr. Thomas into his being. So you are now restrained as well as unconscious. And we will see what happens to you at the start of your turn. Okay.
It's gonna be great
And-
when we make it out the other side of this, though. Like, it's gonna feel really good.
We're gonna win.
Ryvar.
We're gonna win.
We always do.
Ryvar, that's a
We're the muffins.
That's a what?
19 on the die.
Yeah. So he hits, and it's an automatic critical, which means I failed
Uh-huh.
2 death saving throws, which means
And you already failed
I'm
one.
dead.
The Ryvar is dead.
Oh, we don't have third level spells or anything.
No.
Can Moonbeam heal?
That's all, folks.
Okay.
How did that happen? That's silly.
Well, I have to completely change my game plan here.
One less person
alright.
to heal.
Finally, we can eat dragon.
Where's the...
You know, I'm the cleric.
And you. I'm not.
You
do
can't
anything.
do Revivify.
No.
All
Alright.
Unless we level up.
Hey JMO, how are you feeling right now?
Oh, well, it's your turn.
Okay. I mean, Opal would, like, probably knowing that it's not gonna work, cast Healing Word on Ryvar, just
Okay.
RP wise. I know it's not
Mhm.
gonna do anything.
Sure.
And then
Mr. Thomas is still alive.
I'm unconscious in a mud monster, but
Yeah.
I
okay,
assume I
that's
won't be
true.
alive that,
Okay, I'm
that much
sorry. I
longer.
forgot about Mr. I'm so sorry. I forgot about you.
It's okay, no
Um,
problem.
I'm I'm gonna cast Healing Word on Mr. Thomas.
Um,
I mean, yeah.
okay.
I'll do a second level.
Do you
Nice.
need to see the person you are casting this on?
Oh, come on, JMO.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. So no.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Do you do it on Ryvar?
I mean, if I can't see Mr. Thomas, then yeah, I guess I will.
It's a thought that counts.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna look at the one that just threw mud at me and
Mhm.
cast Toll the Dead.
Okay.
It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Net 1.
So it. Oh my god, I literally couldn't be rolling worse. It takes 1 point of necrotic damage.
Okay.
Oh man.
This
Are you
is
using
rough.
the twin dice?
No, I'm using my cat.
Sounds
die.
like you're using the twin dice.
It really does, doesn't it?
Anything else?
No, yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Ryvar is dead. Thane, you're up.
Oh man.
I just killed a character 2 rounds into combat. I just love it.
I killed a character 2 rounds.
That's true, yeah.
and I can't see Mr. Thomas, right?
This is
Correct.
turned into
He
the
is
dark timeline.
engulfed inside of this creature.
Okay. Engulfed inside of him. All right. What is this? No. What's something that'll unengulf him? Let's figure it out here, Eric. I'm gonna bonus action and use. No, because I can't see him. A bonus action as the archer, and so I can do an extra archer shot. I'm gonna shoot at. He's still within 60 feet. Yeah, I'll shoot at the guy that Mr. Thomas
Okay.
is engulfed by. And that is a 14.
That hits.
Ooh. I think it's D8 plus wisdom. So 4 plus 4. So 8 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And then I will cast guiding bolts at that one as well.
Okay.
Nice.
Do it.
And that is a 16 to hit.
That hits.
4d6. Pretty good. I rolled 3 5s and a 1. So 16 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
This Mudhulk not dead yet?
He is not dead, but he's looking pretty hurt.
Oh, we're fucked.
All right. Thomas, give me a death save.
Okay, no problem.
Should have done it at second level. Oh well.
Failure.
Okay. Ezra, you're up.
Okay.
I'm just hanging out inside this Mudhulk.
I will.
Oh, I forgot. No. At the start of your turn, you
Who?
take
Oh, well, then you're
Mr.
dead.
Thomas, take
Just
acid
now.
damage at the start of your turn because you are inside of this Mud Hulk.
Oh, so I fail another death save.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
just melee that's a crit, right? Or is it any damage is a crit?
No, I think it's just melee. I think I just fail 1 death saving throw.
Okay, so yeah, you have 2 fails.
Okay.
But you can't retry your saving throw to escape because you're still unconscious. So
Yep. Quite a pickle here.
quite a pickle.
Boy.
The Mud Hulk.
The one that has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Right. He got a 14.
That meets. So it beats.
Okay.
Takes half. In honor of Zach, I'm using the D10 that you left at my house. 4, so he takes 2 points of radiant damage.
Okay. This guy is gonna go 15 closer to you, Thane, and hurl a mud chunk at you. Give me a dex save.
Certainly. That is a 9.
Okay, that fails.
No, I have a lucky footwork, but I think that's only a D4, so I don't think that would do anything.
You take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Two of these guys are gonna go for you, Ezra. So give me 2 dex saves.
Oh, 4 and 5.
Okay. So you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage and then 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am down.
And Opal, this last one's gonna go for you. Give me a dex save.
Okie dokie. It's the best I've rolled today, and it's a 13.
Meets it beats. So you take half of you take 10 halves to 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Ezra is down. Opal, you're up.
I am I kind of hesitate for a minute and then look at this one. Come on, do it. This guy.
Mhm.
And cast a guiding bolt.
Okay.
Really
Is
make
it
sure
the
there's
one with-
nobody around who could get hurt.
Which one are you doing it in?
This
The
one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
The one in front of Mr. Thomas is glowing. I hit him with a guiding bolt. Just
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay. So maybe we can have 2. I rolled a 22.
22, yeah, that hits.
Uh, 17 points of radiant damage.
nice.
Nice.
And he's glowing.
More.
Okay. Ryvar is dead. Thane.
This better be an incredible turn, Thane.
Here's the spell. I can't heal with guiding or healing word. How hurt does that mud guy look if you had to put it in a number?
If I had to put it in a number, less than 20.
All right.
Oh,
no,
man.
no cantrip is gonna get us there. I have to. That's bonus action. Yeah. I'll guiding bolt the one that I guiding bolted before. So I have
Okay.
advantage on it.
Nice.
That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Takes 10, 14, 18 points of radiant damage.
That is just enough. So you see, as your guiding bolt slams into this creature, the radiant damage like falls into it and just explodes out, and you're just left with a pile of mud and Sir Thomas on the bank of this river, literally
hero.
covered in mud.
And then I will. I'm guessing this. Is like difficult terrain. This water, I can't just like sprint over it.
I mean, you have your swim speed, which I don't
Yeah.
remember how to calculate that.
Jump a number of feet.
Swim speed is
5
half speed.
times efficiency bonus. What's your like normal jump? Like how far can somebody normally?
You can
jump?
long jump.
Something
10
with
feet-
strength.
10
10
feet
plus
plus
your strength, I think, feet,
strength
or something like that.
modifier, and you can high
Can't I
jump.
jump. Why can't I jump 40 feet?
Really far.
I'll try to just go straight across. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I don't know what my swimming speed is.
Let me
Is
get
it half your normal speed?
Yeah, if you don't have a swimming speed specifically, it's half speed.
It's just
Okay.
half.
So I can't really get that far, and I don't even know if I can get there on my next turn. So I'll go 5, 10, 15. And that would probably be it for me. And then I will bonus action hit a
Bonus action
guy.
splash.
Bonus action splash. The guy that I have moonbeamed with my archer bolt. And that's a 16 to hit.
A hit.
And they'll take 5 points of radiant damage. Roll to 1. And that's my turn.
Hey, Mr. Thomas, you're out of the mud, but give me a death
Okay.
save.
That's the fact that you killed it saved me, because I would have died with a
1,000%
damage.
would have been dead.
But I could die right here anyway. So yeah, I died.
Oh my god!
Mr. Thomas is dead.
I died.
Thank God this is a
See ya.
dream.
I couldn't cast Healing Word.
All right.
God,
Ezra, death save, please.
10.
All right, that's a success. Da, 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 da.
What?
Thane, give me a deck save. This one
Oh,
across
boy.
the bank's gonna throw mud at you.
Oh my god. No. 5.
Okay. You take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
All right. And then Opal, these two are going to throw at you.
Okay.
So give me 2 deck saves.
10. 5.
That one does have to make a save for Moonbeam.
Oh, yep, you're right. We'll do that first. Nat 1.
Ooh, come on. 11. Rolled a 10 and a 1.
All right.
Oh wait, I have to roll a concentration. Nope, that's good.
And then Opal, you take for the first one 8 bludgeoning.
Okay.
And then the next one 6 bludgeoning.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, you're still up.
I have 2 hit points.
Okay. Opal, it's your turn.
I'm going to run up to Ezra and I'm gonna cast a 2nd level Cure Wounds. Give her.
Who's the favorite?
Well, there's only you left. Everybody else is dead.
Yeah.
Everybody else dead.
You got 13 hit points back.
Hell yeah, that's like almost up to full for me.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Okay. Ryvar's dead. Thane, you're up.
These turns are coming so quick because everybody's
I
dead.
know.
So I can make it to the bank, and that's my movement.
Okay.
Now, do I want to do Wild Shape just because I have 3 hit points left? Yes. I'll Wild Shape into Wolf.
Okay.
That means that you can't sing.
No. Can't say.
A little wolfy symbol.
I think that would get rid of my star shape. I think. I don't know if I'm a wolf that can shoot stars anymore. Bonus action.
Yeah, is it a magic?
It just uses my wild shape, or I use one of my wild shapes to do it, so I don't. I would think that if I used wild shape, it would get rid of that. I think.
Yeah, probably. Because you basically use your second wild shape to.
Yeah. And then that's my turn. Bonus action. I can't do anything.
Okay. Thomas is dead. Ezra, you are prone.
Oh, can I still cast spells from being prone?
Yeah.
Amazing.
You can like sit up and do it easily enough.
I'm in the mud.
Mhm.
I will make sure. Oh hell yeah. Oh hell yeah. I am going to cast my last second level spell, Suggestion. And I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to do my meta magic to twin spell it. So that both of
Nice.
those are affected by the suggestion spell. They have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. The one on the right gets a 2, and the other one gets a 15.
Okay. Which one gets a 15?
The one on the left. This one.
This guy. So this guy, I'll just I'll yell to both of them, but this guy, I'll say, "Take your friends and get out of here!" Like a transatlantic, like old movie star.
Okay. And that was, I'm sorry, what spell?
Suggestion.
Suggestion. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then it's his turn.
He'll have to make a save.
Yep.
For Moonbeam, because it starts his turn there.
It's a 22.
Take half, and then roll 15, so that would be 7 points of radiant damage.
Okay. 7. So that guy is going to start gesturing to his friends and walking away.
If he takes damage, the suggestions. Probably
I was
dead.
gonna say.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Hey, Ryvar?
I was gonna say it too. I really was.
takes damage.
How are you dead and yet still ruining this for us?
I don't-
It doesn't say anything about.
No.
Oh, if you or any of your companions damage the target, the spell ends.
I just didn't get there yet. Yep, that's the last line of the spell.
Technically, none of my companions damaged it. It was the moonbeam.
Which one of your companions cast, though?
They don't
Does
even
Ezra
know
really-
where they
Time
are,
I
then.
Does
got.
Ezra really like Thane though?
If you think about it.
If you think about it. I mean, yes, she visits him often.
They haven't even seen Thane. They just see a wolf.
Well, this one's gonna come across the mud
Hmm.
and be on the other bank. And,
Cool. So that didn't work, is what we're saying.
well, this one is not gonna do anything. I'm going to. The other ones. I mean, he is. Oh, that is an interesting point. I don't know if it's a spell still cast by one of your companions. That's still your companion hurting them, in my opinion.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
Save for
Back
Moonbeam
it
is at the start of their turn.
Yeah.
so both of these guys on the side are going to attack you guys. The mud is a splash effect, so I need both of you to give me 2 dex saves.
Is that me?
It doesn't have to
Ezra.
be a splash effect.
Oh, 16.
18.
That saves. That saves.
14.
That saves. Another one, Ezra.
Oh.
They're both attacking. Both
14.
have splash. Okay, so you save all of them. First one is 6 damage, halves to 3.
I'm unconscious.
Okay, so the next attack you take, automatic. No, just 1.
Was that for me too? 3.
3. Yeah, 3 damage.
So is that 2 failed death saves since I took
That's only
damage?
melee, so
It's
just one
yeah,
failure.
so it's just 1. And then Ezra, you take another 8 half to 4 damage.
Well, Thane,
Need you.
let's do some
That's right,
Kung
you're
Fu
still up?
Panda shit. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Opal.
This one's going to attack you as well then.
Why, though?
So give me another dex save.
Why do you look so happy, Jay?
It's a 10, so it
All right.
hits probably and fully damages me, which if it's
And
more
you
than 6,
take yeah, that's 8 points of bludgeoning.
I'm down.
Flash, get me.
And that's yeah, another death save for you, Opal. Thane,
So,
in your wolf form, you see all of this happen. You run up on the party, and you miss a whole turn. You see these creatures come out of the mud, and you see all of your party down and likely about to die.
yep.
You close your eyes, tears starting to come out of your eyes, and you open them, and you see the elf woman with one of the two siblings kissing you on the forehead and saying, "You better run."
I think of Mr. Thomas, and I turn into a horse and I ride towards the group.
Okay.
What
What is the speed of a horse?
Riding horse. 60 feet, so twice my normal
Okay.
speed.
So because you would get there twice as fast, I'm gonna say you get there. You would have just left them. They just left. So Thomas, Mr. Thomas, as you are taking the third watch of the night,
Yes.
doing your usual perimeter checks, your party asleep around you, you see in the distance a gleaming white stallion rushing towards you. You had just walked to the bank and seen that same gurgling happen, and you are about to do your usual lap around everything as you see this stallion coming, literally charging towards your party. Still probably a good 200 feet away, but charging towards you.
I take a few steps out into the open and hold my hands out to embrace the horse as it runs to me.
Thane, you as a horse see your party sleeping around the campfire, and because you're aware of it, you are seeing the gurgling on the mud right by your party as the creatures are about to start coming out.
Okay. Do you speak horse, Mr. Thomas?
Yeah. No, I don't.
Did you just ask him if he fucking speaks horse?
He hangs out with a lot of horses, man.
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
If anybody in this group is going to speak horse,
Why am I the only one that thinks that was an insane question?
I mean, we just died and it
things
was
have
all
happened.
taken away.
I mean, I'm going towards him and just, what do horses do? Horses whinny? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just
Yeah, as a horse girl,
whinnying
they
and
do
neighing.
that.
Yeah, just like a warning, like something. It sounds. Like
Yeah, I would say all of you now around the campfire, you
Mr.
see
Thomas.
Mr. Thomas out
Wait.
here.
Leave that horse alone, Mr. Thomas.
Ivar's back over here.
Let the
Opal's over
slave
here.
Wait, did everything that just happened get taken away?
Mm-hmm.
So we can go back to where we were?
Mm-hmm.
Thank God.
Oh my god.
Wow. On the fly.
I can't tell you how relieved I am that I didn't kill
I
him.
know,
Thank God,
we have to do
thank
this again.
Or we can run the fuck away.
Yeah.
think we're fine. If, think of the reward though that these mud people are gonna have.
Do we
So
know what
I will
happened?
say you basically are arriving a few minutes before these creatures are about to get there. We'll say, I mean, it was twice as fast running, but you were like also like casually walking, and so we'll just say, for the dramatic effect of it, you're arriving on hoof in horse form over here. Mr. Thomas is over here. You're all now awake and hearing a horse and just seeing Mr. Thomas holding out his arms. Ryvar, I think with your passive perception, you're also seeing the mud by your party start to gurgle and move.
I'll get a quick head scratch
And you
from
basically
Mr.
have
Thomas.
a round before these creatures are about to be there.
What's wrong, boy?
I would start
I'll just,
walking
like,
up to the
just-
bubbler.
Gesture away from the bubbling, just like pointing with a hook, just like
Ryvar walks up to the bubbling.
Do we not
The horses
know what
just
happened?
across. You guys have no memory of what
Okay.
just happened. The elf that you helped had some sort of power that let her see this happen and
yeah.
turn Thane in time to either try this again, run,
I'll
Or
drop horse.
something
I'll drop
else.
the horse form.
I'm like putting
Okay.
the blunt end of my spear in the
Mhm.
mud.
Get away from
Ezra?
there, Ryvar!
What? What?
Ezra, what are you doing?
I'm probably still asleep.
Okay. And then Opal, what are you doing? Basically, you're having this like moment before these creatures arrive again.
Just observing from a distance. I'm not going to get any closer if I don't have to.
Okay. So we'll say by this point, Ryvar, as you're jabbing into them, they're taking their turn to start to form, and you see the head come out of the mud of the gnarled
Ooh.
face and arms start to form as it's like pushing itself up and out of the mud, and you see the two that were on your side of the bank. Where'd they go? The one right in front of you. And the one that was like over here. Forming as we would go into initiative order again unless you guys are running. And then for the most part, we'll do the running and then see what happens. But I won't make you go into initiative if you're running. If you're trying to
I
fight them
do
again,
drop,
roll initiative.
and I do drop and say, I saw everybody die. We need to get out of here. Yeah,
Okay.
hi, we need to get out of here.
Okay, I start running.
Wait, look, I run over to Ezra. Ezra, wake up.
What?
Thane is. We have to get out of here. We are in danger. Come on, just get your things.
Oh, okay. Will you carry me? I'm so tired.
Yes, I throw her over my shoulder.
All right, as you
say that
guys
like this
are,
happens all the time.
since they used an action to get out of the mud, Mr. Thomas, since you ran first, you're in the clear. You get your 30 feet plus dash, however long, so you're out of their current range of throwing anything at you. Opal, do you run immediately, or do you try to pick something up, or?
I mean, I would gather my things.
Okay. So you gather your things, so you are going to be attacked. So
Sure.
we'll say one of them attacks the two of you, Ezra and Ryvar.
No.
So both give me a dex save.
We ran though.
Can I take both deck saves since I'm carrying her?
Sure.
With disadvantage.
I'll do it at disadvantage.
I'm just kidding.
I'll do
No.
both. I'll do both at disadvantage instead of making her take one.
Why?
I was joking. I was joking. I said
I'm doing
that. What are you doing?
That is a 12 at disadvantage.
Fails.
And
Why are you rolling?
Why did you give yourself disadvantage?
and because I'm carrying Ezra, and a 15 at disadvantage.
Okay, one fails, one succeeds. You take 11 bludgeoning for the first hit.
No.
Well, the first hit failed. The second hit is 7 halved to 3 bludgeoning.
Take that full damage and just keep running with her.
All right. And then
I will say I wouldn't run until like everybody was convinced that we should run.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Me
I mean,
too.
the direction that they would be heading to probably run would be south. So, Thane, you would have to either go to the bridge and around so you can keep running to at least catch up with them, um, instead of like crossing the water. But yes. And I think actually, Ryvar,
Hmm.
because only one person is hitting you, so I will just say you took disadvantage to kind of pick Ezra up out of the way of having to roll. So we'll take your first roll, so just the first, so you can get back 3
Okay, cool.
damage. And then Opal, the other person's throwing at you.
Got a 6.
Okay. Then you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As a splash of mud hits you and splatters across out from around you. You are all now running. As you look back, once you are out of their range, these mud creatures don't seem to want to leave their mud. They are very much staying where
Mud
there is
creature
mud,
never
where there
leaves
is
his
more
mud.
stuff. Exactly.
I was
Mud creature
literally
never
like,
leaves his mud. Thane, as you are able to kind of steer clear, I will say, even with 60 feet, getting around, you are gonna get mud chucked at you at least
I
once as
dropped
well.
my horse form.
Oh, right. So are you continuing to run around, or are you taking the shorter route of swimming directly and kind of giving them a wide berth so you're avoiding the 30 feet?
I'm a very good swimmer, so I would take the shortcut like I did before.
Okay.
Go across.
Let me see something.
I mean, 11 Thane's the only one that actually dies.
Yeah, I would say even with their movement, and if you kind of go straight south and then continue, you wouldn't be able to get into their range, if you keep a wide berth of them as you're running.
Cool.
So all of you are able to avoid this combat with these mud monsters that turned out to be much more powerful than I thought they were. And that's where we're gonna take a break.
Hey, all right.
God.
What a ride.
About
Wow.
5 minutes have passed in game time.
Yep. Basically,
Jesus.
starting right at the top again
Love
after this time. So Thane, you now have seen your entire party die. So we'll see how that manifests in your mind as you continue forward. But you're also
Drama.
able to save them. So that's nice. And Ryvar and Mr. Thomas and likely the others wouldn't have died. So we'll, on that happy note, take a break and see you back.
Right back.
Welcome back to not hopefully a TPK, at least not this session. Oops. But
Oops, all rogues.
that would be a fun party. Anywho, so we pick up with the muffins after Thane has saved you, supposedly, so he says, from certain death of these mud creatures. There was only 2. They didn't look that bad. I'm sure you probably could have taken them. But you get far enough away that you are decently away. You don't see the mud creatures. If you do, you see them kind of going back into the mud. They're not... Mud creatures don't leave their mud. And you have a moment to catch your breath, and Thane is here. Surprise.
I put Ezra down.
Thane.
Ow.
Hey,
It was quite the way to start the morning.
yeah, some elf kissed me on the forehead, showed me a vision.
Oh.
The one that you guys met. Yeah, that she said she met
Oh,
a
the
group
sister?
of people that looked a
Was
lot
her
like
name
you.
Raven?
Yeah. Her name wasn't Raven.
That's so Raven.
I do remember. There's been this raven that's been following me all night.
There's this
Oh.
We
raven
have
that
a raven
has
that
been
That
comes-
is
following
very
me.
apropos. We have also a raven. So wait, just real quick. You saw a danger for us?
Yeah, these creatures came out of the mud, and well, Opal killed Ryvar, like right off the bat.
What?
Yeah, Opal. I don't know
would
why.
never kill Ryvar.
I walk
I
up and
punch
you just,
Opal in the shoulder.
I didn't do it.
Mr. Thomas, you died a hero. You were the last
God.
one slain. Yeah, when they
That's
overtook the party.
my only regret is I didn't die before my comrades.
Well, sorry I killed you, Ryvar.
You didn't. Thank you for potentially saving us from danger. I suppose. Then what? How did you find us?
Follow the stars. I was out stargazing, and I don't know. I tried. You guys were just gone. Everybody just left.
You just left?
without me.
You
I
were
said I was
gone.
going someplace.
What were we
though.
supposed to do? We had the thing.
I left you a note in the mortuary.
Didn't find it. Somebody must have taken it.
Damn it!
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah,
that
I
you
ran
found us.
into Chet and
Chet and
Bro?
Brad.
Oh, to
Brad.
quite characters.
Brad.
Yeah.
He was kind of cute.
Who was?
Yeah. Not gonna lie.
Oh, I have gifts for everybody.
What?
Oh, gimme.
Some jerky.
Is it rabbit?
It is rabbit.
Whoa, that's.
Oh.
You mean
It's
so weird.
listen. I know that it was like a thing, but it's like a peace offering.
I don't
Thank
know
you.
if I should take
I
this.
feel weird.
Did you make
I-
It
it?
takes a big man to eat your own species.
It's not. Well,
Oh,
they're
I'm
not the same.
purely a vegan now. I've kind of turned a new leaf.
Also, not the same species.
I would eat human.
It's good.
It's not bad.
No.
I didn't make it. No, I bought it.
Well, I
Thank
think
you, Thane.
that's very the gesture in and of itself. Very nice. We do not deserve such.
So where are we going?
Well, Opal, you're the one that kind
Which
of.
way?
Yes, I found this map. A raven dropped a book at my feet while I was walking, and there was a map inside, and this is the map, and we're following the map.
All right.
As a reminder for everybody.
It sounds like
That's the map.
complicated, but that is exactly what happened.
I'm really good at following maps, so you guys are in
Ooh.
good hands now.
Do you want to be
Okay.
in charge of the map?
No way. There's no way I would get lost.
Oh, great.
Well, here's the map.
Okay, well, now's the time to prove it.
We think. That we
I will
are-
say, this was like into Mr. Thomas's watch, which is the third watch. So it's like the wee hours of the morning, all the way home.
Dewey.
So
The French hours of the morning.
So
Well,
we're
you had a long
chilling. Are we
rest or not had a
chilling?
long rest?
yeah, since it was the last watch, you all did have a long rest before then. Thane, we're gonna kind of budget for you just because you were traveling through the night, but
I slept the day before though.
yeah, you will. Yeah, you got enough
I'm a
sleep. But you're not
stargazer.
exhausted.
I stay
you're,
up at night.
fine.
Yeah.
So you've had a long rest. It is very early in the morning, so like you feel rested, but not. Well, I guess Ryvar, since you took the second watch,
Mm.
you would need a couple more hours of sleep to complete your chunk.
Before we get
Just
going,
hang out here.
I could use. Yeah, could we just?
Okay, you take a nap. We'll all stand around you.
You need to sleep, buddy. It's fine.
Ew.
Uh,
I'll keep watch.
I didn't feel weird about it, and now I do feel weird.
Well, no, I got some work to do anyway. I'll sit next to you and you sleep, and I'll wake you up when it's time. And I immediately sit next to him, and I pull out some fresh papers, and I start my newest comic edition. And you just see
Yes.
on the front, it just says the Cannabun, and it's a picture of Thane chewing on a rabbit leg.
Nice.
I love it. Okay,
Issue
so
1.
it does take several hours for Ryvar to get his full rest in, but the rest of you, at least take a short rest from the damage you've taken, including Ryvar. Will count that more as a short rest to get a long rest. That one's a little bit more of a gray area.
Yeah.
But if you have hit dice and want to heal, if you did get hit, things like that, you can definitely do that during this time. Um, and by the map, you know that we'll just go ahead and instead of this, since it's the next day, looking at the map. So you just crossed the wood bridge. You're a little ways down. As a reminder, it took you um a little bit a very long day, but still about a day to kind of get from just outside of Whichway all the way to the bridge. So this map wouldn't hypothetically take terribly long to get to kind of that bottom left corner of where you assume your journey will end or this map takes you to.
Should be able to
But
get there today.
yes, so you assume that you should be able to get there today and likely, you know, a little late afternoon maybe get to this thing called the Scorch of the Red Worm.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. It was very nice of you.
No problem. When I watch you sleep, Tyr watches you sleep.
I've almost finished my newest edition.
Oh,
That's beautiful.
but what the issue are we on?
Well, this is a new series. It's called The Cannibun.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's about a cannibal rabbit that eats his own kind, but it's because he's under a curse and he can't help it.
I love it.
We have to break the curse. I mean, we don't have to, but so it's loosely based on. Oh gosh, I can't. You wouldn't understand. Never mind.
Can I buy a copy? Is that
can't wait to
is
see
it
it.
possible to?
Yeah, let me copy it first, and then
Okay.
I'll give you the original.
Is
Oh
there
my God.
Kinko's near the bridge?
No, I'm gonna try to find those one people again.
I heard that King Go.
Fastest
Sort of Cancun.
Squiggler in the west. All right, yeah, let's
We should be looking for the orange
moving?
puffball
Yes.
trees.
Yes, orange puffball trees.
And there might be many more of them or many less based on the size of the last forest, right?
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
Opal,
See-
are you leading the way again, or are you
No, I
letting
don't.
Thane
I've
take
surrendered
the
the
lead?
map.
Okay.
Who has it?
Thane would probably
Oh.
be best.
Sorry, I was so into my
Alright.
comic.
All right. Thane, give me a survival check.
All right, you're so confident about your survival skills.
23.
Nice.
Easy. You within
Right in.
probably just like an hour, you guys
That's
can
right there.
already see in the distance this very strange and odd like patch of trees. It almost looks like it's suddenly fall just in that area. That as you walk up to it, all of the leaves are orange, some of them are already bare. But you notice around you, and you know just by the time of year, this is odd. It's not fall. We'll say it's summertime. So either maybe this is how it always is. These trees are way ahead of everything else. You don't really know, but you can definitely see orange trees in the distance.
Does it always fall there? That'd be beautiful.
Let's go check it out. Maybe there's a pile.
Does it look like menacing, or does it look like just a bunch of fall trees?
From this distance, it just looks like fall trees right now. Again, some of them are not treeless, leavesless, whatever, without leaves. So, but from this again distance, you don't know if that's a bad thing or just they fell off because it's fall there apparently. Thane, since you're also the newer in the group, go ahead and give me a D10.
Ooh, yes. 3.
Okay. Okay. As you approach the forest, just
Can I cast detect magic as we approach?
oh sure, definitely. As you approach the trees, just outside of kind of really the forest line, some of the trees start to be sparse, and it's very interesting. This like you'll have one green tree that you'll pass by, and then suddenly it's an orange tree, and then an orange tree, and it's almost like a divide of these trees that suddenly turn orange. Even outside of the main forest, some of the trees are already turning orange. Ahead of you, probably still 60 to 100 feet away, and the forest is still like a good half mile away. You see a cart in the middle of the road.
Uh-oh. Look alive.
Just
Okay.
a cart.
I'll stand like 100 feet away. Hello, is everyone okay?
Yeah, alert everybody we're coming.
You call out in the direction of this cart. Don't hear a response. Don't see any movement.
Right, I approach.
Okay. As you approach, give
Quiet.
me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see. Perception. 19.
Okay, with a 19, as you're approaching, a little warily, but not, sneaky by any means, you notice your presence would have been known. Someone friendly probably would have come out by now, but you still don't see any movement. This cart doesn't have one of its wheels. You don't see the other wheel currently. And as of now, it looks like no one currently inhabits this cart. It is a covered cart, so you'd have to kind of pull back the flaps, I guess, at the back to see if there's anything inside, but no movement, no
I
people,
would
no
pull
beings.
back the flaps.
Okay. As you pull back the flaps, you see an empty cart.
All right,
Yes,
everyone.
a cart.
There's an empty cart here. No need to be alarmed.
Thank you.
I detect any magic around it?
Nope.
I will immediately get into the cart.
Okay. You do so, you climb into the cart. You can see what Mr. Thomas said. It's an empty cart. Looks like it could have held a decent amount of supplies and goods, but it is currently empty.
I immediately start taking stuff out of my bag and putting it in like the corners like I'm moving in.
Okay.
Ezra, what are you doing?
Well, it's our cart now.
We have nothing
Who's
to
gonna
pull
pull
it.
the cart?
You can pull it.
I'm not so strong like it.
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
Oh, you could pull
wait,
it.
don't
Thane.
we have horses?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
What's with
you
this-
guys do.
what's with
Because
this
I have Cinnamon the
horse?
horse written down.
Yes, yes,
Mr.
you do have
Thomas?
horses. I forgot about that.
Cinnamon can pull it, and Thane,
Hmm?
you can become a horse.
You just ride any horse now?
I forgot that. Never...
Oh gosh.
You weren't here.
Yikes.
I don't know.
No,
And
see,
now
that's
it's
why
kind of-
that's why Ezra didn't have horse, because we knew if you joined us, that Thane would have horse, right? Ezra, that's you have Cinnamon now.
I have cinnamon.
Well,
I just
whoa,
thought
whoa,
those. I just thought those
Cinnamon-
nights we spent. Meant,
I'm taking care of
Nothing.
cinnamon. I take care of cinnamon. Thane, look at me. I take care of cinnamon now.
No one is
appreciate
allowed
the
to touch
gesture.
Cinnamon except for me.
Oh, double down.
I'm sorry, Thane, you weren't here, and Cinnamon and I have a good thing going. I go up to Cinnamon. Who's a good horse?
I'll turn into a horse in a huff.
Okay, wait, who's pulling this cart now? That's okay. Well, Ezra wants the. I definitely know that my horse will pull the cart.
Yeah. I
I want
hitch.
to walk over to Cinnamon.
Oh god.
Cinnamon, behave.
So,
Are you
what are your
talking
intentions?
in horse to Cinnamon?
I am a horse now.
Yeah, I wasn't
I'm
sure.
talking. I
Just
speak
wanted to
horse,
clarify.
Zach.
Yeah.
So, what are your intentions with Mr. Thomas?
What do you mean I'm just his horse?
Just okay. All right. I'm just gonna throw it in my face like that. Fine. All right.
What are you guys talking about? I didn't catch every word. I'm still learning the language.
Don't
I'm
hurt me.
furiously writing it down.
All right, Cinnamon. I'm gonna hook you to this wagon, and you're gonna pull, because that's the good thing to do.
It is simply. I am.
Okay, I'm gonna read that back. They said,
Oh. I can only imagine what those noises actually were.
"Okay, you couldn't hear them."
No.
I think I peeked a little bit.
Oh, I was making horse
I
noises.
think it's,
Yeah.
I
heard
think
just
it's
the
better than we did
at the
we did at least
beginning.
in
I thought you were
conversation.
beatboxing.
Yeah.
Those are only a sound only horses can hear.
Do I need to like do anything or roll anything to like hitch my horse up to this wagon? Or this cart?
It's a fairly simple thing.
Cool.
I will say one of the wheels is missing, which I had
I was
mentioned
about
at
to
the
say
beginning.
it's
So
broken.
you hook
No,
up
I
your
didn't.
horses, but you can't move this cart.
I was not paying attention. Ezra, get out of the cart. Get your stuff out of the cart.
Ah!
Please.
Fine.
Can
I'll
find
take
the
all
I'll
my-
let you
I
I'll
put-
let you draw on my back. You can
I
use my back as
take
your table.
all the stuff that was in my bag and I put it in really slowly.
Can I look for the wheel as a horse?
Did I adopt a daughter?
And just take a look around.
Cinnamon, go
give
find the
me
wheel.
a perception check with the horse's stats. Or
And I have a
Thank
so
you.
much better of a perception as not a horse. Then I rolled a 17, so 17.
with a 17, you look kind of in the immediate vicinity as people are unhitching the horses that were just hitched up, and Ezra's packing up at the back of the cart. And give me a survival check as well.
As a horse? Or
As a
is
horse.
that okay.
I think
Or is that a mental
survival's
stat?
a
Is it a mental or a physical?
What?
It's
it's
wisdom,
It's a
but-
wisdom.
That's mental.
okay. So then, as you
No, survival? Yeah, either if it's intelligence.
Does specifically say as in the wild shape you keep.
15.
15, you kind of can tell that the wheel seems to have fallen off, as there's a deep groove in the ground right by that back corner where the wheel is no longer. But as you look around, you don't see the wheel.
Okay. Let's come back.
Okay.
Cinnamon's
Keep
never
Can
gonna
we
find
keep
him.
going?
Thank you, Ezra.
All right, onward, everybody.
All right. And keeping the earlier survival check for reading the map, you guys make your way through the forest. The path takes you kind of towards that stream that's going almost directly south through this orange forest. And you continue on your way. Nothing really comes to pass in this forest, except Ryvar, with your passive perception. You notice maybe like twice while you're walking through this forest, as you pass a tree, there is a raven sitting up in it, watching you guys go by.
I don't. I clock it, but I don't.
Okay.
Murder it.
So it takes you probably just an hour or so to get through the forest. And the trees start to thin out. You can tell that you're past that big chunk of forest that is on the map, and now probably need to start looking out for this scorch of the red worm. Thane, since you're probably leading the group, give me a perception check.
I think it's a natural 20. Natural 20.
Nice. As you're leading the group, probably only about 30 minutes outside of the forest, you notice just kind of almost a good half mile off the side of the road, you see this tiny little puff of steam coming up. And as you get closer and closer, you see a open, almost kind of cavern in the ground that is currently steaming like a hot spring. And with your survival check and that perception check, and looking around at almost nothing else, you can assume that this is somehow the scorch of the red worm, but it is a just small natural hot spring.
I think that's the scorch? It couldn't be. I'll say the group.
I go up to the edge of the. I get off my horse and I go up to.
You get the natural hot spring sulfuric smell as you go up to it. There's like very slight bubbles coming out as it's boiling, but not like broiling hot. And the steam is coming off of it, and it just, to you, looks like a natural hot spring.
We're in the water.
Um, it feels like a very, very warm bath, but not scalding by any means.
I mean, the first forest we passed through was way larger than it said on the map. Maybe this is just the opposite.
Maybe it's an
I-
actual worm.
I take off my robes and just get down to my undergarments and jump into the hot
What do you
spring.
do? What do you do?
It's just,
Okay.
It's this. I
Is it
need
nice?
this.
I will
know.
say with your resistant to fire and heat,
Uh-huh.
you can manage it perhaps a little bit better than others would be.
Yeah.
So jumping straight into it, it's like a shock and
Oh,
like,
oh.
ooh, that's hot. But like very quickly you settle in and your sore muscles from traveling start to relax
Oh,
and
I
you're
gotta tell you, this
in
is the
bliss.
best.
Can we all do that?
Uh,
Or will we burn
No,
up?
thank you.
just maybe.
I'll keep watch.
Maybe test first. I won't be in here long.
I dip my toe in.
Can I see if it's like naturally occurring or if it's this
Sure,
was, like,
give me a
formed by
nature check
something?
with that, and Thomas, give me a constitution check.
22.
5.
Uh,
Toe falls off, burned. Burned to crisp.
Mr. Thomas, that water is hot. You don't know how Ryvar is standing it. It like you feel like you have should have third-degree burns on your toes, even if you don't. But
Oh God!
Mr. Cinnamon will help you.
Something bite you? Oh.
Cinnamon, I just have my bare foot out, holding it up for Cinnamon to lick.
Okay, let's go to OnlyFans.
I go behind a bush first, obviously.
Oh,
There's no
that makes it
bushes.
worse. That you're hiding it and secretly doing
Okay,
it.
sorry. It seems like
Um,
no one else can take advantage of it. I'll give up.
I will say, Thane, with that nature check, you can tell that this is a natural spring, and as you kind of look around, you can tell that they're like another probably half mile off the road, even farther from where you are right now, maybe even a mile. It looks like the shape of like another larger crater was once there, but has since dried up, no longer is steamy. Something happened, so now you just kind of have this tiny one that may have branched out from a potentially bigger, grander, maybe hot spring that would have once existed.
There's a bigger hole over there. I don't know if we want to check that out or.
So yet again,
Okay,
it is showing us
okay.
that this map is old.
Oh, that's a thing.
Yeah, the village
Well, then
that we
this
went to
castle will
was
be very old.
village that we went to was completely covered.
Oh, that takes a long
and
time.
The 3-tree hill, there was so many more trees there, but three really
more?
tall.
There were like 34 trees I
but
counted.
like three really
Many more
tall
trees.
ones, and that also takes a really long time. This map must be old.
Can I do like a nature check? Did I see the village?
Yeah, you would have. It was right along the river, and so you would have seen it and walked through it as well, seen the hogs,
Could-
all that.
Can I try to think of like how long it would take for something like that to happen, based on
Yeah,
like plant
Give
growth
me
and stuff?
Whoa, Druid.
a nature check.
Really leaning into this druid.
There you
Yeah.
are.
Love it.
Roleplay Druid.
Nature checks
Duck
are so
dice.
underutilized.
16.
With a 16, you would know that it takes decades for the overgrowth to have happened. And not just probably 10 to 20 years. You're looking closer to like 40 to 50 years that at least the town would have needed to have that kind of overgrowth for specifically the trees, as what they're saying of there's taller trees but still trees that were there, and a hot spring that may have gone dormant. That could be a century. I mean, it really depends on a lot of factors, but for something like that to go dormant, and likely probably didn't go dormant recently, it could be somewhere between 50 and even 100 years.
We're talking at least half a century for this map, I would
Oh,
say,
that's-
based on my calculations.
Just-
Well, we should probably go check out that. I mean, the bigger hole, I'm guessing, is what the Scorch actually is.
I mean, we have to pass it to people heading west, anyways.
Suddenly got scared again.
Okay, Ezra. Like I said, you can. He kind of like he gets back on the horse, and as they share a horse, he hunches over. You can just draw on my back. Continue working on.
Okay.
When you get to it, when you
All
get
the
to like a
posts for the
certain
scales.
when you get to like a certain corner, I like.
Oh.
So go. Oh no, you don't have to draw there that much.
I said stop it.
Just throws her off the horse. As you guys approach the large crater, you can see that the dirt around the crater almost changes in color as well. And similar to how this map kind of makes it look is there's like faint now, but lines of red kind of snaking or worming their way up the sides that come from the dirt and form this crater up. But it is not steamy, not smoky, just now kind of an empty crater. But it looks pretty deep.
Hello?
Whoa, your accent
Wow.
changed.
Hello.
Hello,
hello. That was really good.
Oh, switch back. It's like our accents are the opposite.
This is a magical hole.
Let's just let that sit there.
I said what I said.
I say we keep going on magical hole.
Yes.
Going.
Let that be the.
I would
button?
love
Keep
to explore the magical hole.
Let's keep going.
Oh.
Yes.
I kind of want to explore this.
Why are you gonna say it?
I mean, we can see the bottom of it, can't we?
Yeah,
isn't it
it's
just like a
like-
big old crater of dirt.
I mean, it looks like that,
yes.
yes, but it is
Oh, it
not
looks
like
like that.
filled with dirt. It again, I mean, I'm no geologist by any means, but it's not like an infinite
Why not?
hole. Why? Because I'm still working on my degree. Okay.
If Sophie was here, they would.
I thought
know.
if you were in Colorado, you just knew about rocks. Like I thought that was
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, but I'm not in California where like geysers and hot springs are, so I don't know
You're
about.
right. You're right. You're right.
Oh.
I mean, they have them here too. But
owned.
anyway, so there is a crater. Probably they'll say it's like 20 feet. But rocks from either the like almost like crater part. I don't know. I'm not explaining this well. Have fallen in. It's like rubble looking. Perhaps where the water was coming from. You don't even see like that channel of where it was coming up and out of. It's just rubble and an empty, desolate crater.
I mean,
This would have made one hell of a hot spring.
I personally would like to get to the Raven Manor, spooky Raven place before nightfall. But if you want to go, if I'm outvoted,
Nah, there seems like we pretty much got the gist of this hole.
like the Grand Canyon, you know, you.
I
go
have a
up and you
feeling
show up
there's
and you're
gonna be more
like, "Oh,
holes in our
wow."
lives.
And that's it, though.
Hmm.
So we continue?
The more holes, and I start running off.
Okay.
It's a weird
Then if you are now just traveling until you get to this house or otherwise, we'll say you travel for most of the second half of the day, having to rest. You got a little bit later of a start, took you a couple hours, half a day maybe to get to the Scorch, and then definitely verging on sunset by the time you get and see off in the distance
That's the
with
tone when
not
you're trying to
as
do another
many
thing.
crows as you see or ravens as you see here. You see on a hill off in the distance a house Currently, unlike this photo, there are not lights on in the house. It does look very old. It looks windows broken, um, shutters falling off the windows, shingles off the roof. Very much a old, decrepit looking house. And before you get to the house, you also, as you get closer, and kind of are heading down a hill that arrives at the base of this smaller little hill that the house is on, you see to your right, kind of right straight across from the entry to the house and those stairs up, what is a gated small cemetery.
We've definitely found a place.
Hmm.
Say so.
We see any
Like I said,
ravens?
it is.
Did we saw ravens, just not as many as there's there, right?
Yes. So if you are specifically looking for ravens,
Okay.
you currently see, as you approach, already see on the roof around this house in various places a total of 4 ravens.
Which
All right,
ones
we
speak
should
the animal?
we should explore the graveyard first, obviously,
Obviously.
Why obviously? Why obviously?
just in case there are any undead that need to be killed before we go inside the house. We don't want to be ambushed.
Can we like see the whole like? How big is the cemetery? Like, if I just like look at it, can I see the whole all of it?
Yeah, it looks like a small, almost family cemetery. So like a couple of gravestones. If you take the
Yeah.
time to actually count, I can tell you how many
No,
exactly
yeah.
because you could easily kind of see how many
it's
is
like-
left and there.
If it's like that small, I would probably just like look over at it. Okay, checked it out. Good.
Nobody kill any of the ravens. That is very important.
I would trust her instincts on
What
this
if-
one.
What if the raven's trying to kill me?
Don't do it. It's a soul. It's in the story that
Okay. that's
Opal
right.
told us.
Oh,
You weren't here, Thane, but they got this book and
The book.
Yeah.
oh, it's in the
Just
book that the
don't-
raven brought.
It was a great story.
yeah, but don't kill the raven.
Don't kill the raven.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Hashtag. Don't kill me.
Then do we like do it? Should I sneak up to the door? Do we just walk up to the door?
I will walk up to the door. I can sense evil.
Please.
I walk
Evil.
triumphantly with my shield up to the front door
Okay.
and
As-
then knock.
As you walk up to the front door, Ryvar, again with your passive perception, and I would say anyone with a passive perception probably over a 16 or higher.
I was
um,
16.
You notice as you approach this house, a raven from the direction you came from flies over you and joins the other ravens on top of the house. So then there are 5 above you, all watching you as you walk up to this door and give it a knock.
I
Don't
try
hear
to
anything.
open.
No one answers. Try to open it. It is doesn't like have like a handle, like a knob, I guess, to turn or click or anything like that. But it's not opening when you just pull it.
Hmm.
Thane, can you turn into a raven? Is that something?
No.
Maybe we could
Not
talk.
yet.
Talk
I'm
to
working
the
on it.
ravens.
I tried to turn into a bird once. Wasn't too pretty. I didn't have any wings.
Hello.
Ostrich.
We could just try to talk to
We
them.
mean you no harm.
If we wait till tomorrow, I can talk to them.
They just kind of look at me.
Yeah, so the ravens kind of look at you. You also notice that the 5th one that came up as you guys did is kind of off to the side compared to the others, and the 4 that were already there is kind of looking at you and to them, and kind of back and forth, whereas the raven that you assume was the one following you is more kind of beaded onto you guys and what you do, but you don't really get any response from the ravens.
How many grave stones are in the cemetery?
You look over and count and see.
Just get away from that. Just kidding.
You see 4 gravestones.
I lean over to Ryvar. I think that the gravestones are the ravens. What would one of the names on the thing be?
To read it, you would need to go into the graveyard. It is a gated graveyard.
I'm going in. I'm
so
doing
it's like
it.
7-foot high
Just-
iron
I'll
grates.
me-
I'll be right
deliver
back.
to the
Give me a name. Be
graveyard.
careful, okay? Yo, Thane, I would appreciate.
Ray Raven. It's
Uh,
buried here.
I would, before Ezra goes, grab like her, I don't know, her cloak or something and cast light.
Thank you.
Okay.
I cannot see in the dark.
I can't.
It is still sun setting, so the sun is, we'll say, about
Is
where
it, is it like
in
when
this
you put
photo.
a dog collar, like a lit, like dog collar?
Yeah.
So it's not so
Yeah.
I can see it, so you can see me.
You can find us.
No, I'll go. I'll
Oh
go
my
and I'll
God.
boop her like right here, like right between
Mhm.
the eyes, so that there's
My
just, like,
scar.
A light that comes
My
straight-
scar just
Oh, yeah.
illuminates.
Ooh, love that.
That's what
Love
I do.
Okay.
Ew, could you imagine one white eye and a glowing scar through a cemetery?
I have an
Cool.
idea for a book.
So you go into the cemetery. Like I said, you see it, the 7-foot tall iron fences that surround the cemetery. The gate gives a horrific squeak and squeal as you open it. But you're able to enter, and you see. Now that you're in there, you see 4 gravestones, but they're a little like off center, and you can pretty much assume that there may have been another one planned that never actually got to the grave for whatever reason.
Oh no.
In
And I
the-
lay in the hole.
on the gate, you also see the name Brantifax engraved into the iron
Oh,
gate.
the name.
And
That guy was probably dope as hell.
Yeah.
we'll go ahead.
Hey, roll initiative.
Oh yeah, let's fight them. Let's fight the Brantifaxes.
And they are all covered graves, so there's not like empty holes by any means.
Oh good.
But you see each of these names.
Wow.
So you see Baron Brantifax, husband, father, hunter, in quotes, let no man stand above another. You see Bjorn, hound of Brantifax, faithful to the end. See Heluth, our pride and joy, lost too soon. And Selphine, beloved daughter, may she find peace at last.
Dang. Dog got second billing.
I'll scramble. I'll note all this, and I'll scramble out of the cemetery with my scar still glowing, and I'll go up to. I would assume, since she gave me the light, to Opal and Ryvar, unless everybody is.
I think you two went in there, but then they're all of us are staying.
Okay. I would go back and I would say, okay, the 4 gravestones. Was there a gravestone where the 5th one was, or no?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay. It says Baron, Bjorn, Heluth, and Sylphine.
Baron Brantifax? I say to the ravens.
They the 4 just kind of continue looking at you, but the 5th that followed you gives a little call and ruffles its feathers.
Bjorn? Oh, yeah.
Lord.
That one doesn't get a response.
Yeah, the dog.
Heluth?
Saying that name, that 5th one, begins to caw incessantly.
Okay,
Oh.
let's not think of.
No, I gotta do the last one.
No, we will anger him, Ezra.
Sylphine!
Self-control.
Oh.
Similar to the Baron,
Thousands
it
of
caws a
ravens.
little bit and ruffles its feathers, but not as much of a reaction.
Well, I think that one's Heluth.
Or really loved or hated him.
Oh.
That's true.
I think we should try to get into the house. Can I like go around back?
Sure. You see,
And
as you
as
go
I'm going
around back,
as I'm going around back, I'm looking also for any open.
I will say as you kind of head to the
Break the
left,
window.
um, and there's kind of like a square corner and then another square corner and then a round tower that is a main tower that goes up to a third floor.
Hmm.
Um, in that you see kind of equidistance at like three corners of the room after you peek in, three windows, all three of which are broken in some regard, and you could continue to break them and shimmy in if you so choose. Okay. Um, we'll say for simplicity's sake, um, you are able to clear out all the glass, make sure it is fine and dandy, and squeeze yourself in. And you are now.
Whoa.
It should be a black screen, yes?
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm sure Ryan's already back.
Mine has a lot of pictures on it.
I think I told you guys that I was going to like as I was breaking the glass. I think I said I'm gonna go into a window and then come open the front door. I'll be right there.
And he was never heard from again.
I'll shout if I need you.
I would
Also
like reach in.
super sneaky.
I would reach in the window
Yeah.
after Ryvar and touch the wall and cast light,
Okay.
which would make Ezra's light go away.
Oh.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm gonna go.
Oop.
But what if there's something right in there?
I'll fight it.
Actually, and I'm gonna touch his. Do you have a shield? What do you have?
No, I'm already
I'll
in the
touch your
room
spear.
though.
Oh, okay. Well, you get the wall.
Did you see a cat paw on his?
This one
Don't-
also
I look
stopped.
at you though, as you say that, you're like, oh, like you miss, and I turn back around and I say, don't worry. I just like put out a finger and.
Yeah,
Little
sure.
flame. Okay, let me get my little Ryvar token.
I don't do
so
as a
you'll
dragonborn. I do as
very.
a.
So you are now in this circular room. You can pretty easily tell that this room is a grand dining room. There is a large, like, oak dining table with six chairs around it in the middle center of the room. The chairs have high-backed, ornately detailed cushions, like all it very fancy looking. You see even a chandelier still hanging from the ceiling, covered in dust and cobwebs. You see on the floor around you from these broken windows still kind of the occasional puddle of water from the rain that came through not that long ago that blew through and into the house through these broken windows, as well as a fireplace to your left right here. Um, that at one point seems to have been used a lot as it's pretty covered in ash and soot and black on the inside, but has since been pretty dormant for a while.
I think that Ryvar's pretty confident that there's like nothing immediately in the vicinity, but trained to this creature, so I think that he stealth this open area.
Okay,
Take a
give
peek
me
out.
a stealth check.
That is. Yeah, 15.
Okay. With a 15, you feel like you're being pretty quiet, but in an abandoned house, every sound seems so loud. But you look down this hallway and you see a door just to your right. You see another fireplace down at the end of the hallway. And then you can see that it's probably another open room down that way as well.
Let's take a second. I just opened the door to the right, just real quick.
Jesus Christ.
It'll just take a second. All right. Doo-ba-doo-doo.
Oh, see, perfect. That's what I needed. Wait, no, is that not the
You
front door? Sorry, you're about to tell me. I'll shut up.
no, it is not the front door. But you find yourself in the kitchen. You get a weird stench of just old food. Like either it's kept here old or it's just a stench that has remained for so long that it's just stuck to every surface of this kitchen now. There's hanging pots across the room, another fireplace, everything a kitchen could need, this kitchen has. Um, and give me an investigation check.
That is 14.
14. That's enough. Even with your passive perception and looking around, you can tell that there's a few dirty dishes stacked near a wash bin. It looks cleaner than some of the other parts of the house you just were seeing, covered in dust. And potentially someone, something, some creature has used this kitchen fairly recently.
Um,
Okay, we're gonna pause there. As
Oof.
Ryvar is in this house now, what are the rest of you doing? Are you anyone following him? Are you just waiting at the front door for him to open it? What are you guys doing?
I'm waiting because he said to wait, so I'm just waiting patiently at the front door.
Love it.
I'm checking out this fifth raven to try to like suss out if it is Haluth or in relation to Haluth.
Okay, give me a perception or actually investigation.
Investigation. I'm proficient investigator. 14.
Just by staring at the raven, besides the moment that you said the name Haluth and it clearly had a reaction to that, you don't notice much except a clear, interesting interaction between this singular raven and the other four. To the point of kind of noticing that while this fifth raven is mostly kind of tuned into you guys and watching what your every move, the other ravens definitely followed where Ryvar went. One of them even kind of like hopped to the other corner to keep an eye on him, while the remaining three stayed. They give each other kind of looks and look at each other, look at you guys, look and like almost chitter at this fifth raven, and are acting a little strange, for what you believe maybe would be common raven behavior, but it's hard to really say if it's just maybe they're not used to guests.
Yeah. So they're definitely like a little agitated.
Yes.
Okay.
I would like stay at the window where Ryvar went in, but like keep an ear out for if the front door opens, just in case anything happens while he's on this end of the house.
Okay.
Promise I'm going right to
Just
the
know.
I was also
A
gonna
little bit
go
more space.
just
I
to like
believe that
look
you
at the window, so I'd be with Opal.
Yeah. I believe that you think that's
Excuse
what
me.
you're doing.
I really am.
I saw you die,
Ryvar's not the
I
kind of
know.
guy to fuck around. He's going right to the front door.
Ezra.
and Opal killed him, so I need to
Cool.
keep a close eye on him.
That's true. That's true.
That's a fair point. Okay. So Opal and Thane are by the window. Mr. Thomas and Ezra stay by the front door. Ryvar.
Yes.
We're
Nothing's in here. I know.
about to
Nothing's
find
in here.
out.
4
gonna get got.
buttholes.
Yeah, you open the door, like, well, let me see where everybody else is positioned first.
You see a living room den kind of area. The fireplace that you already see is larger than the other ones you've seen, a very grand fireplace. There is a outline of a mirror, picture frame, some adornment that was once above the fireplace that's no longer there. You can just see that outline of kind of a clean wall versus the dirty wall kind of thing. similar to the other room, the windows in here cracked, broken, puddles on the floor from the recent rain, cobwebs everywhere. And you notice that this is a hunting trophy room. There are heads of animals across this room.
Oh, I don't
Huh.
like that.
And different from what you saw in the dining room, the furniture in this room is actually covered in white sheets. And so you don't, I mean, you can guess that there's chairs and side tables and things like that, but you don't see the chairs or anything like that. Everything's covered in a white sheet.
Yeah, I think that he's under the impression that there's probably someone here at this house, and he wants to warn everybody of that immediately, and also like get everybody here. And so he's cautiously stealth to this door because he doesn't know exactly where the front door is, but I mean he was outside, so he kind of understands where the.
Sure. The staircase that you're at the bottom of, you can tell has like an open banister on one side that doesn't seem to go to like a full second story. There's like almost like a weird half little story here that leads to another room. You did see a door at the top of those stairs. Now that you're there, we can say you saw that little entryway. And then in this one,
Zach really wants to go.
you see basically a coat room once you've walked through that door. You see shovels and yard tools hanging, as well as cloaks that are hanging on one side of the room, with just rusty hooks kind of lining the wall. And then ahead of you, well, to your right, you see another door. And then ahead of you, what you can guess is that main door is a pretty grand door that you have seen from the outside with a large wooden beam slotted into some iron bracings to lock the door from the inside.
He wants to make sure that they're not ambushed, and so he will open this.
You open that door and you see stairs leading down.
Okay, yeah. Then I just shut that door, and I go over to the front door. I attempt to lift up the thing. Am I able to do that?
Yeah, I would say with your strength in general, it's a thick beam to just protect the door from intruders, but not so heavy that you need like two people. So you're able to kind of lift this beam out and open the door for everybody else.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
I would
thank
run
you.
around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Guys are running
I
around.
like wait for them. As they're coming around, I'm like. And then as everybody gets closer, I say,
Like water.
only when my gut tells me that maybe I should
Why?
Let's find out.
spooky.
Kind of like it.
Seen
Yeah, but you
anybody?
killed Reinhardt.
Most of
Yeah.
there is a room. Lots of
What?
Is there a horse in there?
Is there a rabbit?
I rush past.
I don't think there's either.
Mr. Thomas, you rush past into that room. You don't see a horse. There's not a horse head. That is not something that is hunted. It's more elk and wolves and
One
bigger creatures.
huge plaque with a little rabbit head. That's what I-
Got a little plaque. My first kill.
Hopefully there's no trouble. I don't think Cinnamon can fit up those stairs.
Yes, really.
Cinnamon, wait outside.
You see, there's the room right here. There's some.
Well, we should probably go up first.
up?
First,
Sure.
You're down with up first?
down with up first.
Up with down first.
I'm up with down first.
Okay, but I am sneaky.
All right.
Yeah, I'll sneak
Yeah,
around
if
upstairs.
everyone's sneaking, go ahead. Everybody give me a stealth check, even if Rylar's going first.
Can't move my token, just so you know.
Again?
Wow.
Oh my
Oof.
god.
I'm gonna give a D4
Thomas.
guidance to Thomas.
It doesn't
I
matter,
rolled a
dude.
0.
Oh
I
no!
don't think you can do that after he rolls. I heard the
Oh
sounds.
no!
So
Please
Oh,
tell me
no.
that he gets all the way up to the top of the stairs and then falls all the way to the next clink, clunk, clunk, clunk.
I rolled a 9.
It's weird. Everyone's
I
being
also rolled a
quiet, and
9.
even though Ryvar's leading the way, Mr. Thomas, you still weirdly stealthily at first follow him up the stairs. And you're just like one by one in step with him, like taking every step he's taking, no creepy floorboards, everything.
I even
To
look
the
back
point,
at you and I'm like,
Ryvar, well, Ryvar, you don't even know he's following you.
Oh,
You're like,
okay.
I'm gonna scout ahead. And then you turn to say that you're gonna go into the
Oh.
door, and he's
Oh.
there, and he steps back and just goes clattering
I like
down
to
the
read like
steps.
dramatically like slow motion.
It's the slow-mo, and he just you don't take any damage, thankfully, because you're in full suit armor, but it is loud, and you hear the ravens even from outside reacting to and cawing at that sound, and everyone freezes, I assume. So far nothing happens.
No one move a muscle.
Don't hear anything.
Maybe they didn't hear it.
Okay.
Yeah. Can Cinnamon come in here?
No. What?
Uh,
Okay, I'm just
you
gonna,
continue to open the
I'm just
door.
gonna open this door, guys. I open the door.
Might as well
All
knock.
right.
Oh
You knock first.
no.
That was a joke.
Okay.
No.
So you open this door and you see, where is it? A like parlor room. You can tell that these are very, or were,
I
or
love the way you said parlor room.
it's a parlor room. So there's a very fancy gold inlaid table in the center with fluffy chairs around it. There is in kind of that top right corner a beautiful harp just waiting for someone to play it. And at the top right corner, you see stairs heading up to another floor of the house.
Before I do anything, can I hide this fucking harp? How big is this? I can't
I mean,
let
it's a
this. I can't
full-size
let
harp.
these party members see this harp. Is there a window in this room?
There are two windows on the other
I
end.
You know, my
open the
mom
room
played
and
the
I
harp.
toss the harp out the window.
No, it's gonna
Yeah,
be sound.
There's no way.
Very valuable.
How big is the harp? Can I do
Um,
that? And if I can't do that, then I take out one of my darts and I cut the strings of them.
Do you know how valuable a harp is?
You don't. You're not
You
there.
walk into somebody's. You just, are we all there, Joe?
I mean, it's the first thing I'm doing. As soon as I enter the room, if I can't pick it up, I'm taking out my dart and I'm cutting. I am not letting Ezra.
I mean, I
get
would say
near
by
it.
pure size and like knowing you have to do something fast because they're about to follow you up these
Okay,
stairs.
I just take the string. Yeah, I cut it.
So you just cut the strings.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm also not a harp player. You guys are testing in knowledge. I do
Turns
not
into a
know,
violin.
but they're not like strings. They are metal strings,
I mean,
as
they're-
a guitar would be.
Your fingers are gonna get fucking chopped off.
You're using
So I don't think you can just like one
Wow.
swipe clean.
What can I
Yeah.
do? What can
Cut
I
up
do?
the harp.
Oh my god, a harp!
I
You
just,
hear my footsteps
I just
approaching.
Let
stand.
us discover the
I
harp.
stand in front of the harp. Come on
Okay,
in, guys.
give me a performance check.
Hello, what's in this room?
Nothing at all. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a 17 on the die, but I think I have a 0 charisma. Persuasion, you said? No, performance.
Performance.
17.
Okay. So everyone with a passive insight of 17 or higher, you know Ryvar's acting weird, and there's probably he's hiding something. But if you don't, then you enter the room, you see Ryvar in the corner, but
There you go.
I think he has the highest passive perception anyway, so
A passive perception.
Yeah, I
of
don't
what?
know.
Okay, so
insight to
Insight.
know Ryvar's acting weird, a 17 or higher.
Oh no.
And I would say a passive perception of him hiding. You probably at least shift the harp so you only have to hide
For
the
sure,
like
yeah,
thinner
yeah.
part. You'd probably need a 18 or higher, we'll say,
No.
passive perception. So.
Weird decoration in this room. Just random pillar here.
Oh, I know. Maybe we should go.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess it's empty. Nothing cool here.
Oh,
I go
All right.
upstairs.
Upstairs we go.
That's not hard to
Upstairs
hold on
you
somewhere.
go.
I stop Ezra as they all go upstairs.
What? Yeah. I never will make that promise ever.
Okay.
But I'll try.
Nope.
No, I'll try. No, I promise I'm growing as a person.
I move to the side. That's wrong.
Quiet.
Gotcha.
When are you gonna get the
Please,
opportunity?
Please, can I just do one strum? I think I used to play.
Okay, let's do one.
Okay.
I got big ears, man.
Can I roll a performance check to see if my past is unleashed?
Sure.
What?
Wait, what?
Past is unleashed.
That is a 17.
I would say with a 17, it literally hits a string in your mind.
Please let me play it, Ryvar. Please, please, please. And I like put my hands on it and like.
I would say, like, would you like correct? Like, you tell me, Angie. But like, if this is unlocking something in Ezra, would Ryvar be able to tell like this is different than Ezra's just like normal wanting to fuck aroundness? Like, would he tell that? Could he tell that it's more serious than that?
I don't know. I don't.
Roll an insight check.
Yeah.
Put it to the dice.
Yeah. Do you want me to roll? No, I
That's
guess I'm not.
that's a 19 on the die for a total of 24.
Oh,
I would
yeah,
say with
so,
a 19, yeah.
Yeah, I would say you would know. Something about this is it's less of a flighty like.
Yeah.
She gets over things really fast, but like this is like you see her see this harp and like.
Okay, yeah. Guys, come back down here.
With a 17, would I be able to just like play something beautiful?
I would say with a 17, that's high enough. You probably don't get it exactly right. You have to kind of stop a couple times.
Yeah.
But like once you go through it a couple times, you find a cadence and
Yeah.
can at least play like a chorus of a song that you remember.
I would play that for Ryvar.
I think someone's playing the harp downstairs.
Yeah, guys, come here.
Wow.
There was a harp standing here where I didn't.
Oh, that wasn't a pillar.
Didn't
It's
even
weird
see
that you
it.
didn't see it behind me. Ezra, that's beautiful.
Ooh,
Good. Okay.
That
I
was-
know you played the harp.
We're
Very
trying to keep
rarely.
it down, aren't we? I did fall
Oh.
down the stairs, so.
sorry.
No,
You're gonna
that
hear
was
random
one of the
noises
most
in your
beautiful
house.
things.
The harp is,
Yeah.
Pretty up there with creepy, I would say.
That was nice.
but also.
How about, can you play another song while I'm here?
I think so.
I sit
Give me
down.
another performance check. See if you know anything.
Whoever's
We're
here.
reclaiming
no.
this haunted house.
I know.
No, that's a 6.
You
So
try.
yeah, I feel
but,
like yeah.
It's
I
not-
feel like
it's
I do it and then like it shuts back down again.
Yeah, compared to
Yeah.
what Ezra was just playing, this like other thing, you're just like,
Oh yeah, that's
Good. That's
yeah,
really
that's
I would-
good. Yeah.
I would say that like I would say too for this one, just for the sake of narrative, like I go to play it and it just kind of like Ryvar might notice this if the perception check or the whatever check
Insight,
is still insight. But like you'll see it just like you'll see as soon as it came and like hit her, you see it like disappear.
yeah, definitely.
I noticed you
Maybe-
missed a few notes.
Yeah. I don't
Maybe when we get back to Baldur's Gate, we can. harp.
that would be
Good
really
luck.
yeah, that would be
Why don't we
nice.
just take this one?
Because this might be someone. Is there anyone here?
Oh, what the fuck?
I mean,
Ah,
we're not exactly stealthing in here.
From upstairs, you hear the sound of glass shattering.
Great.
Is it Haluth?
I sprint upstairs.
Okay.
I would
Uh,
follow Ryvar, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm
We'll
running.
say you all. I mean, it's a staircase, so you're like almost one by one.
You
You run up and you come to this corner with a window. You come to a hall with another turn. I assume you continue.
Wait, what? I don't see anything.
It's to the right, sorry. If you zoom out and go to the right, I'm revealing tiny
Whoa,
areas.
whoa. Yes, I continue.
You come up the stairs. Yep, you're there. And
I do make
go...
sure to get in front of Mr. Thomas so he can see what he's missing out on.
You were still a horse?
Just my ass.
Centaur.
You like have one of the like hair extensions for your tail that like swish like a horse as you walk.
Yeah. I mean, I'm like scared now. I'm scared that somebody's hurt or something, running around.
You see two doors to your right. One is cracked open, and then you see a spiral staircase heading up.
Oof.
Could I tell?
wanna
Could I
go on
tell
that
in
side.
any direction where the glass came from?
From being downstairs, it sounded like it came from upstairs, but that's about all you could gleam from it.
I opened this door right here to my left.
Okay. Wait, to your left or to your right?
Sorry. On the map, it's the right, but it would be to Ryvar's left, the way he said.
Oh, okay. So this one. Okay.
I opened this one.
Yeah. Me and Thomas are just like searching for a person.
Ryvar, your door leads to a small set of stairs that go up to, similar to how the railing was downstairs to like a almost half level. It's almost like a loft. So
Don't
you
think-
see.
I think I would have heard it that far up. See anything, Thomas?
You see. Sorry, I was gonna reveal the whole door, but it looks like you're not going all the way in, so never mind.
Nope. If I see stairs, I don't think he would think that it's heard it from that far.
Okay, so it is like you can kind of almost peek up the balcony, like it is like a second, like
I can
almost
see what's there.
like you can kind of peek up.
Yeah.
So I'd say even with a peek, you know that this room is, you can see kind of like a desk, and a couple bookshelves, so you can maybe glean that it's a study. Mr. Thomas, your room is a master bedroom. So there is a large, ornate four-post bed in the center with carvings of, even without an investigation, you can tell that it's carvings of a stag and a wolf, just kind of over and over, intertwined together almost throughout the room. Very beautiful drapes, wardrobe, another writing desk, master bedroom at its fullest.
Looks empty though.
Yeah, I
Looks
guess I
empty.
would I would just like go just like I would run just up enough above the stairs so that I could see, just to make sure there's no people.
Okay. So you see now, we'll give this like a little jet out too. The full room, definitely a study, another fireplace. There is a desk with dust, but also calligrapher kind of stuff on top of it. You see another staircase leading up. As Ryvar, you kind of run up the stairs and like look around real quick. You, from the staircase down, hear the sound of happy children laughing
What the fuck? From which one?
God.
From where?
from the spiral staircase heading up.
No.
There's a playroom up there.
That is a natural one. Ryvar thinks that there are children in trouble and runs upstairs.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
no.
I'm going down the end of the hall.
I hear children, Thomas!
I would follow Ryvar.
Oh,
I would
okay.
follow Ryvar.
Yeah, if he yells that, I'll
Okay.
go up there.
I would follow Mr. Thomas.
Aw.
So you are all led up to this
Mm.
room
Oh,
on the
Jesus.
third floor. So if you go down on the map, you can see that one now revealed. And this room is, you can now tell that you are in like an attic space. You can see kind of the peak of the roof be seen. That comes to a point in the ceilings of this room. Dust again all over this room, very much untouched in a long time. Another fireplace in this room. a rug on the floor, a mirror on the wall, and a bed that is the size of a young child. And there's also a rocking chair, a shelf that is lined with dolls, a wash bin, and in the very south edge of this room, there is a small crib made out of wood, as well as a little playpen and a little window box for seemingly a child that could have looked out the window of this attic. So you are in a nursery.
And I'm assuming I don't see any children.
You see no children.
I think that like his like scales ruffle, like his arms standing up, like hair standing.
Oh,
on the
definitely.
And then he just like kind of steps in, just like 5 feet, just kind of like looking around, and then he looks back at everybody else as they enter. I swear, I heard.
Yeah, right.
Hello?
Believe you.
See anybody?
Children!
Don't hear anything. Don't see anything.
I like go look in the crib.
Just look.
Yeah.
It's empty. You don't see anything in the crib except dust and a very old blanket also covered in dust. You see coming out of the I'm just kidding. It's empty. It's an empty crib.
I look under the crib.
Under the crib?
I'm just kidding. Did you hear more than one
Yes.
child, or
Yes.
is there any
Creepy.
like footprints or in the dust or anything that looked like anything was just in this room?
Give me an investigation check.
I'm trying to think. Like, I know that I, as a player, obviously have be spooky, but like that, like spooky encounter that me and Opal had at the very beginning, like that has not happened. And
Yeah.
like, I think like this is the first time in Ryvar's life he's ever had any interaction with paranormal. This is free.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I got an 11.
With an 11, you don't really notice anything that had disturbed the dust. Everything kind of seems like it has the same level of dust as everything else, from the crib to the chair to the toys to anything that's in this room kind of looks like the same.
Doesn't look like anything was moving around here recently. I don't know.
Check out the dolls.
Okay. Again, look or touch.
Pick a few up. Maybe not all of them. Nothing happens.
Okay. As you pick a couple up, dust falls from them. They're kind of well-made dolls. Again, this clearly it was a wealthy family. And nothing seems to happen as you pick him up and put him back down.
Well, maybe they left.
You're not alone.
Ugh.
Well, we did hear the glass break, so yeah, I kind of figured that.
Thomas, you've. And Ryvar kind of like he thinks that he needs to like frame it in a way for Thomas to. You think that Tyr's guidance.
You're right. Tyr has given me the ability to see spirits.
Ryvar, as you ask that, you feel a cold sensation creep into your body, and for a few seconds, it just creeps all through you, and then you feel like a strong hand shoves you back at your chest, and you're pushed back, and you take 2 points of force damage.
Oh,
Ah!
shit.
Do we
I
see
guess.
that?
Yeah, you see him stumble back as if someone pushed him.
All right, Ryvar, stop fucking around.
Yeah,
Oh,
what
that
do you
wasn't
do?
me. That
Come on.
wasn't me.
Nobody's up here.
I cast Divine Sense.
Okay.
I sense celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of me.
Okay.
Oh, that laugh. Oh God, that was horrifying.
What?
There was a laugh in the.
Oh no, I didn't hear it.
What is the spell? Sorry. Detect.
It's
Sense.
divine sense.
Oh,
Val-
divine sense.
Paladin.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, I just want to read it.
Yep.
Healed.
Mm.
Oh gosh.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay, so this might give away what's happening a little bit, but just because it's divine sense, but it specifically says something that is not behind total cover. So would this be something that you can see and you know the location of it? Because the specific wording is you until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover.
I mean, total
Total
means,
cover would be
behind,
like behind like
wall.
a wall. Zach, get out of my fucking.
That was insane.
Then another question. Would that also then not count for something that is invisible?
I think that's the point of divine sense.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking
But
too.
that's your
It's just
call.
the not cover was throwing me off, but I
Yeah.
feel like if it's just your
Yeah,
sensing
cover
where they
is
are-
like because you can if cover is like impeding an attack.
Yeah.
So I would say Matt, you as Mr. Thomas sense something undead exactly where Ryvar is standing, and you know where they are for the next 6 seconds because it's until the end of your next turn basically. So you see it where Ryvar is standing as he just got hit with this force, and it moves away from Ryvar kind of to the west as we're looking at the map, and again, you sense its location, but you don't know, I think, what it is besides that it's undead. And all of you then see one of the like children's books that are across the room, closer to the crib, go flying across the room and slam into the wall.
Oh,
There's
wanna
something
cast-
dead here. There's something dead here.
How long does
Is
it
it-
last? A minute. I can outline. I'll cast Fairy Flare.
perfect.
Okay.
Nice. I'm ready
So
to
for
attack.
a minute, it'll be outlined in whatever. I guess
Okay.
it has to make a save. probably.
Sparkles.
Let me
Oh,
read
it does? Okay.
Any creature in the area of the spell is cast. No. No, it doesn't. Oh,
Does
spells cast is also out. Oh, yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
But each object
Uh,
automatically lights up a creature.
That is a 21.
Oh.
Well, yeah, they're fine then.
Okay.
Um. Could
so-
I? Oh.
Mhm. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
I was just gonna say, Mr. Thomas no longer sees this location or senses it anymore, so that has faded.
Just so you know where Ezra has gotten this information, she remembers that Haluth had our pride and joy lost too soon, which sounds like a baby child. So I'll just say, Haluth, is that you?
Okay.
Nice.
Where's the thing that I was looking
You know how
at
like when
before?
reptiles growl, like animation? They're,
Yeah.
That corner of the mouth does that like wavy thing. You know what
The
I'm
with the
talking
little
about?
bubble,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's what Ryvar's currently doing right now. Like growling.
Ugh.
Like,
Ew.
Gross. Um. Okay.
Freaked out.
Ryvar,
just a
give me
ghost
a
thing.
strength check.
Oh god, I've pissed Haluth off.
Just check or saving throw.
Just check.
And that is a 13.
Okay. If it meets, it beats, and I think it would be to mine. So you feel a God, I keep losing my page. You feel now a force that is trying to lift you off the ground, but it doesn't. But you definitely felt something was trying to pull you and move you from your spot.
Do I feel where it's coming from? Like where it's like grabbing me from?
It felt like just your whole body was
just my whole
at
body.
once being moved.
Something just tried to move me. What do we do? How do we fight something we can't see?
I
mean, I can-
swing wildly in the room with my sword.
Okay. Give me do you go to any like where you left off? Where do you go?
Close.
Like where you last
like
saw it?
where I last saw it.
Give me attack at disadvantage.
Okay. 8.
Doesn't look like or feel like you connected with anything.
Okay, maybe we should
Ivar,
just
give
leave.
me another strength check.
Much lower, that is a.
As you are still standing where I assume you have been this whole time, you are suddenly with a full force thrown to the other side of the room and crashed into the crib, and you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you do so.
All right, I'm going to use my channel divinity, turn the unholy.
Oh god.
Okay.
Which means each fiend or undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet of you must make a wisdom saving throw. I assume it can see me. DC 12
yeah.
wisdom saving throw.
DC 12 wisdom. Okay. Nat 1. So
Nice.
this is turned. So I have to.
It must spend its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you. It also can't take reactions. For its action, it can only use the dash action or try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving. If there's nowhere to move, the creature can use the dodge action.
I try to block
Okay.
the door.
Nice.
This lasts for a minute or until it takes damage. Let's leave.
Barricade the door.
It's also something that I would like.
No, you're good. Okay. So we'll say this happens at the same time as he casts this. This thing will have to move away from him. And you're barricading the door.
Yeah, like it can't just fucking go through this closed.
Ryvar, you feel one last push to your chest even as you're sitting on the ground. And where is it?
I mean, out of sheer instinct at this point, wherever I'm feeling the push from, even if it's just directly in front of me, I would aim it so that it doesn't hit my friends, but I would just, like, out of instinct, just, like, release my flame breath.
Okay. Yeah, it's feels like it's to your chest again, so, like, almost like something is just, like, on top of you, so we'll say if you just do it up and kind of just... Okay.
If I somehow caught it, I think it's very saving throw.
Right.
I doubt it.
Oh wait, that was the wrong thing to roll. That's the wrong thing to roll. Where am I going? There it is. This time you take 6 points of force damage. Your fire blows up into and hits the roof and rafters of this attic. Doesn't look like it's stopped by any movement that you can see. Thane, you're barring the door. Is anyone else doing anything else?
So I'm assuming that Haluth, this is not Haluth. Or there was no reaction to me.
There was no reaction to you
Okay.
at all.
I'm going to take my healing potion.
Yeah.
Emily said, yeah.
And heal 6 points of
Do that.
That's one devil baby push though, so that's good.
How are
What do we
you?
do?
Yeah.
More.
How are you
I'm getting
doing?
my ass kicked here.
Maybe we should just leave this room. Let's just go.
Just close the door.
Yeah.
Maybe we could come back with help.
Yeah. We'll be right back, okay?
I'm gonna pat Ryvar on the back and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Give you
Can I
7
do-
points back.
So Ryvar's laying on the ground. He just got baby punched. Flame
Yeah.
breath.
This-
We're trying to get him
It
out.
didn't feel like a fucking baby.
I will say,
Babies can punch hard,
as
Ryvar.
you've been
It's okay.
talking, Ryvar, you haven't noticed any pull, any punch, anything. And I mean, Mr. Thomas, I would guess you know that you turned this creature, so it is likely running away from you guys at this point.
Okay, we have a minute until it's angry again.
What are we
so
supposed to do?
Shut the door.
I
Shut
can
the door.
turn it again.
The door shut. But that
It'll
means
just-
it went through the wall because, I mean, it didn't
Yeah.
leave the only door.
True.
So we're fucked,
I
is
mean,
what I'm saying.
It could go through any walls. I don't like it
Yeah.
here. I think we
Why
should
are we
leave.
all
here?
of us
What's
can
the
take it.
goal? Just figuring out this house?
I mean, when a raven drops a book at your feet while you're walking,
Someone needs
You
help.
follow
I
them.
know that someone needs help here, even if it's someone who's dead.
Well, maybe this ghost was just mad that we messed with their crib.
There was
And we
Should I
dishes.
go play the harp again?
There was dishes that needed to be used. Someone physically has been here. It's not just.
Should we keep looking then?
Let's keep looking on the second floor. Yeah, I'll go back downstairs. I'm gonna.
I want to take one of
down
the
the hallway.
dolls.
I'm gonna take one of the dolls.
Mhm.
Okay.
We try the
Um,
basement?
Okay, you guys head back down the stairs. You as you go to start unbarring the door, and your back, we'll say, to this this room, because this is the staircase that you guys came down, and then back out into this hallway. You hear the sound of like floorboards creaking
No.
from the first floor.
The first floor?
The first floor.
Like an I sprint after. I sprint down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would
Yeah.
follow Ryvar.
40 feet of
Yeah.
movement, 80 if I dash.
We will Scooby Doo our way through this house.
For sure, dude. I'm
Just
Okay.
going back and forth
You
through the
sprint
doors.
down back to the what room is that?
So that would
The
be
parlor.
down here. right?
Yeah, so you sprint back down to the parlor. Don't see anyone in the parlor. You sprint out, I assume, continuing
yeah.
to sprint out the room, down the stairs. Don't see anyone, hear anything. Go ahead and everyone give me just a straight intelligence check.
Very sweet.
2.
5.
Hey, 19.
I'll give guidance to Emily. Don't say her roll yet. I got an 8.
What do I have a plus?
I got
Oh,
a 10.
I got a 10.
Down.
Matt, what did you get?
5.
Okay, Ezra.
Yeah.
You, as you're just kind of following everyone as we're running around and exploring rooms and Scooby-Dooing this house, as you exit, and go down the spiral staircase and the staircase that goes from the, where I guess you heard the squeaking, down the 2 sets of stairs that would take you back to the parlor. As you run down those stairs, from your party, from you, none of these stairs squeaked. These aren't
But
squeaky
they squeaked
stairs.
when we went up.
Not that you can recall.
But they're squeaking now.
Nope. You heard squeaking, but when your party went down, there was no squeaking even from
Oh.
running down these stairs.
Oh, that was squeaking.
That was weird.
Okay. So that wasn't coming from those stairs.
With a 19, you can guess that either it wasn't coming from these stairs or it wasn't coming from any stairs. Because it would have been hard to hear any other stairs or floor creaking from somewhere else. Logically, that sound should have come from this set of stairs leading up and not anywhere else.
Oh no.
What?
What's wrong?
Uh-oh.
I feel like Ezra would just stop. Is any of the ravens around?
Give me a perception check.
Guidance.
Nice.
Perception. What does guidance add?
D4.
D4. So that is a dirty 20 plus whatever a D4 would be, so probably more.
1 through 4.
22.
Okay. As you're heading down the steps, probably we'll say you're heading last and following everyone, and that's how you don't notice any of these squeaking sounds as you go down. As you're entering the parlor and looking through the window that's in the parlor that's broken, you see a raven sitting on the windowsill, watching you guys from the window.
Is it? Can I tell if it's the outlier one or one of the four?
With that high of a perception, and since you were staring at them so much and yelling at the one that you think is aloof and everything, I would say you can tell that it's one of the four.
Okay. I would love to call out to, because Ezra loves stories, so she paid attention. She paid the fuck attention to the stories that Opal was reading. I would go up to the, if I could and not scare it, go up to the raven that's watching us and ask if it's Drasha or Darzan.
You walk up,
or a Vistani.
Okay, you walk up to this raven, and it kind of hops to like the edge, but doesn't fully fly away you do, and doesn't seem to react to any of those names you said.
I throw a dart at it.
No, don't kill
No,
it!
you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Nice.
Pops like a
Roll
balloon.
to.
You did this last time. You
roll to hit.
They're fucking with us, and I'm pissed.
We're not
do
gonna
not
murder
kill the
any-
raven. I wrote. Do not kill the raven.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Slaughter them. Not just kill them.
Listen, Ryvar has a lot of character growth to do. He's only level 3 right now.
I know. But it said they carry the
I
lost
can't
soul.
harm these ravens
11 points of piercing damage.
as a druid.
Okay. Make sure.
Are we gonna go back to jail?
I was gonna say Ryvar did that this last time.
I did. Are you shitting me?
You
I saved
did.
us.
You were the one that threw the
Who stabbed
stab.
him?
Because she was.
Ezra.
I'm done.
What?
Ezra, as you're at the window, like having
okay.
just quietly walked up,
Stars.
talking calmly to this raven on the window. It's like just kind of peeking back in, like listening to what you're saying, not quite reacting to it. You see a dart come whooshing by you and impale right into the side of this raven that lets out this like loud caw and starts flapping its wings and flies up and disappears out of view.
I like immediately turn around. Why did you do that?
Because
Nice shot.
Thank you very much. Because this house is messing with us, Ezra. You are under the spell of whatever these things
No,
are.
it's trying to tell us something.
If it was
We're
trying to
told
tell us
one
something, it
rule.
would communicate with us in any way, shape, or
It
form.
is.
It
It
wasn't.
is. There was a squeak and there was no squeak when we came down. And these birds, I think, belong here. And there's something that we're missing. And you can't just stab everything all the time, Ryvar.
I didn't stab it.
Can I? Did
Well-
it come in through a window? It was almost like a windowsill.
Mhm.
Can I hop
You
out
stab
the
someone when
window
you shoot an
and
arrow at them?
see if I can see it?
Yeah. So you just like poke your head out.
Yeah.
You poke your head out and kind of look around. You don't see any ravens.
It's easy for you to say Ezra is the person who was not just had their ass kicked up there.
I'm trying to help you. I'm trying
I'm
to help
trying
all
to
of
help
us.
you. Those ravens are a bad deal.
Yeah, but
How
we're
do
not
you
supposed
know?
to kill them.
It's just a story, Ezra. Life is not childhood story.
This isn't a
I would
childhood story.
stomp out of the room.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
Ezra, no,
exploring the
I'm
second
sorry,
floor.
Ezra.
No, shut up! And I'll go
Go
over
on,
here.
Mr. Thomas.
I'm gonna hop out of the window and just take a couple of steps. Because we're at ground level, right?
Mhm.
Just take a couple of steps away and say, I'm sorry for my friend, I can help you. And just see if it comes back.
In the time that you wait for at least the next minute or so, it does not.
Oh, I tried. Hop back in the window.
Ezra went outside. Ryvar, Mr. Thomas, I see where your token is. I revealed that room because if you went to that hallway, you did see a door. So you know there's a couple more spaces on the second floor you haven't explored. There's a basement or cellar that you haven't explored. What do you guys do?
We're
I wanna go
going
back to the-
basement, right?
The
Yeah, I'm
door
opening
to the
this door.
basement is this one right here. So you went back upstairs and are opening that unexplored door?
Yeah.
Okay. Thane, I assume you followed.
Yep.
Anyone else go upstairs? Why are there two Ezras?
Because one, I couldn't move, and
I couldn't
it
move
just
my
never
see
got.
feet.
you,
I
Opal.
put,
Yeah.
I put a second thing out there.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I think all
Two
these
opals.
ones are.
I'm the only one who can move token.
Which one can you move, Emily? I want to
The
delete the one that's actually
right
good.
here.
Okay, great.
Are you, so wait, you guys are going to the basement, Ryvar and Ezra?
Thane
Where
and
you
Mr.
going?
Thomas went upstairs again to continue the couple doors. There was one at the very end of the hallway that you guys didn't go through.
I'm going back to the cemetery.
And I'm following Ezra at a distance, but not in a spook.
Okay. Splitting the party, always a good choice.
Oh.
Well, I'm not gonna let the
We're
little
emotionally
girl go
split.
outside by herself.
I'm 16!
That's little.
I'm a grandmother.
Opal will go.
Grandmother.
Rosie?
Actually, Opal's gonna stand right in the doorway. Just in case anything goes down, she can assemble the party.
Okay.
And keep an eye out for the crow. I mean, the raven.
Don't call it a crow. Oh,
I'm so
God,
sorry.
you guys, we're gonna lose favor.
All right. Where's my reveal? There it is. All right. So this room, Thomas
Or mud holes.
and Thane, you open this door and you see,
Does not look
first
like a fun
as a
room.
room, you know that this is the circular room, that's one level above, the dining room that Ryvar snuck into. It is a circular room with a staircase that has since crumbled to the ground that normally would access the third floor of this tower, but has since come crashing to the ground. Is the most destroyed part of this house. It seems out of place that this room is this destroyed. Like the staircase specifically seems to have been a target of an explosion, something like that. And you see it's mainly what you see. You can kind of make out some like remnants of maybe this was like a workshop of some kind, or there's definitely some broken glass and everything scattered around. But the most important thing you see is 4
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Humans.
Whoa.
Hot
I think
woman.
I stayed in the doorway.
4 humans, currently all gathered around this
Birthday
one.
cake.
That look like they are currently bandaging her side.
Ah.
And that's where we're gonna end tonight's
Oh,
session.
no.
I was like, and that's how we're
those
gonna
look like
end, and
enemy
it didn't.
tokens. Those look like enemy tokens. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ah,
I cast lay on hands. I do that next.
Oh,
time.
here, let me help.
Time.
I
Okay,
told you.
we'll
to
start
roll
with
my
that.
diamonds.
But yeah,
Perfect.
so you've now
Amazing.
found 4 humans, seemingly, I believe. I don't want to say just because their tokens are, but I believe. No, they're not all women, as the tokens say. So when we come back next week, or 2 weeks from now, next time, I'll describe kind of how they look, and we'll leave that as a surprise. But you come across these 4 humans in this rubble-filled room, alone,
Goodness.
apart from the party who have just split up.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
that was
Oh
awesome.
boy.
Oh, boy.
Well, thank you guys. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That's
Just in time
scary.
for spooky season. I'm very excited that this lined up so well.
October.
But thank you guys for watching, and also my players, but mainly for those watching. And stay tuned later this week for more Charmed Person. On Thursday, we got Monster Hearts to look forward to with Angie. And on Sunday, we are back at the job board, and our, I don't think we actually had a named yet, group is off to another event of some kind, and we will see what job posting the party chooses at that time. So tune in then. And then a little bit more ahead, but next Thursday, we're back in Strahd land. So tune in for Wednesday. You're right. Wednesday.
Maybe.
We're back in Strahd.
Keep a lookout on our socials.
Keep a lookout. You never know. It's D&D. You can't schedule anything these days. But keep an eye out for next session of Strahd, also coming soon. And then 2 weeks from now, we'll be back in the creepy manor and see what's up with these 4 humans
I'm
that
sorry, ladies.
may not be human.
Aw.
But as always, thank you to all my players. You guys are all amazing, and I am having a blast with this session and all the RP that we get to do. So I'm very excited about that. And as always, everybody say bye.
Bye.
Bye.